Hello and welcome to Zandvoort for another round of Formula One action. A lap of this short 2.6 mile Zandvoort circuit features 14 corners, 10 to the right and 4 to the left. The main straight is 678 metres long and heads into turn 1, the Tarzan corner. With DRS down the main straight into the braking zone, that could be the best overtaking opportunity on the track.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Formula 4 Racing. I'm your host, See Me Skate. Well, the trusty steed isn't here just yet. He is in the lobby. He's attending to his fatherly duties. So, hello there, Housey. I'm sure he is listening. We will get this one underway. Just give me 1 second, folks. I'm just going to put a message in the server to get these boys to ready up. Okay, we have got that message out, and yes, Argo 05, well, Argo 55. I do believe that is Beansy's mate. So welcome, mate. How are you? Good to see you in the chat yet again. Kyo Tonic. Well, let's just touch on Kyo. Not here tonight. The lad just bought a house, and welcome to a lifelong suffering of paying a mortgage. But congratulations, Kyo Tonic. And yeah, we all wish you the best. He's having a few drinks as the lad and celebrating his new purchase. So congratulations, Kyo. We wish you all the very best, mate, and we will see you next week. But while we are touching on that, we had a, well, of course, iRacing did a, well, it was a 24-hour Daytona, what was it, endurance race it was. And, well, a couple of the guys in the server did a fundraiser for Mind Foundation, I do believe. And not totally across of what they do, but they do brilliant work in the UK, of course, and I'm going to send a link in the chat. And if you want to show your support, I mean, the guys in the server and everyone that was involved in donating to that, I do believe Paul Watson raised, I think it was something like £460 over the 24-hour journey, which was totally unexpected from him, and we all chipped in, and it was fantastic. So, well, yeah, I'm going to send the link in 1 second. I'm just grabbing it for you guys right now. There you go, folks. That is the link. And, well, there you go. So it's the Just Giving. And, yeah, raised 460 odd pound, I do believe it was, for that one. And, yeah, Paulie was absolutely surprised. I do believe they came 11th in that one. And, well, I'm sure everyone that's in the racing community was right across it, was there, all there the other day for us all to see via Twitch and whatever streaming platforms they chose to use. And, yeah, it was fantastic to watch, to be honest. So, yeah, if you want to get involved and show your support, that is the link there in the Twitch chat, folks. And, yeah, get yourself going, of course. We've got no action on track at the moment. There has been zero, well, update on the weather, of course. And we are sitting here ready to go. And as I say that, there is movement. Who is going to be the first to blink? That is a Cat F1. Oh, that's probably Beansy. It most certainly is Beansy. And rip the beans. Cat F1 to get us underway, of course. Yes, Housey will be here probably by the end of Q1. So I'll be doing this one by myself as, well, of course. And yeah, no issue there, of course. Housey attending to his children, which is all good and proper. So yeah, that is Cat F1, folks. That is what it looks like, and that is Rip the Beans. Currently sitting P1 in the championship is this lad, and I reckon he started to, well, a couple of the boys have started to notice Beansy out there on track, and well, I think he's absolutely loving it. has shown some great turn of pace, obviously coming back after the breakers, this lad. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how he goes here. This is a track where, well, patience is the key, folks. And, well, I mean, there's not many good opportunities to pass. And the ones that are there, you really, really need to make sure that you are there and thereabouts, ready to make the move. So it's pretty much a be patient and set your overtake up, of course. Yes, here comes Rip the Beans, of course. Try not to take too much temp or take too much life out of those tyres. It's, of course, only Q1. And when Fury's out on track, we've got a little bit of a thing for him too. He's, well, jumped on board with that Mind Foundation, of course. And himself and Blue Dog, I'm not too sure who else has, excuse me, but have changed the colours of their helmet. Now, I do have that here for you guys to see, and I'll bring it up just briefly. So there you go on screen right now, and that is the helmet. So that is the Mind colours. So, well, that is a bit of a purple there and a bit of a pinkish sort of a colour. So that will be Mr. Fury Strat and Blue Dog, from what I understand at the moment, have got that helmet on, just showing their support. They got right across what Paul, and of course Matteo Massi, our steward, was involved in being a driver as well. So big congratulations to all of those boys. I can't remember the other two US lads that were in there, their names, of course, but they did a phenomenal job and it was great to see. But yes, nevertheless, boys and girls, we are here at Formula 4 Racing. Yes, we are Formula 1 Racing League, and Beansy is lighting this track up, of course. First one to blink, and well, behind him, I do believe that is Millie Gaines. So I'll get this one ready, and Pillars is in the chat. The Amigo, welcome aboard, son. And here comes Beansy for his first time run. Is a 1 minute 10.9. Fantastic stuff. Millie Gaines will be next. That is the reserve livery. And he's about to set his time of a 1 minute 11.4. There is a white dot out there. That is Smakinda. But no. Who was that? Must be Bozza. It certainly is Bozza, the Bozman. And, well, let's just see how he fares. It's a 111.1. And, of course, it's still heaps and heaps of time out there on track. Black Moon is next. And Whack with a 1 minute 11.7. Voltsy Boy with a 1 minute 11.3. And they are coming in thick and fast. Smakinda just getting himself underway. And there's a black dot that's very, very slow on track. Not too sure who that is. It could be the Bopton or it could be the Stig. But yes, Smakinda, the only one out there currently not set a time on a lap at the moment, folks. And we're going to stay with this lad, Pot 1 Old Spice Racer. And well, I'll tell you what, when this guy fires up, look out. He's got some pace. And well, there you go, as you can see, folks. That track, well, right on cue. Lights up purple, and well, Pillars is whoa, bit of a tank slapper there from Smakinda. Gathers the car. He looks very loose as the lad, and let's just see. Just take it easy, Smacky boy. You've got all of the session to go through, mate, and well, just get yourself out of there. Of course, looking for a result. Smakinda hasn't had a top 10 finish, I don't believe, since we have come back, which is very, very surprising. But there you go. This is a league race. Yes, mate. It certainly is a league race. This is Formula 4 Racing. This is the Australian division. And, of course, you guessed it, we are at Zandvoort. This is round 3 of season 3. And, well, there you go. Yes, Pillars is one of the UK or European Pot 1 drivers. And, well, he's there doing his thing. Much appreciated, Pills. As Smakinda said, a 1 minute 11.0. We'll go back up to the Stig because the Stiggy boy is back. And, yes, this is his first time back after that break. Believe it or not, we have not seen the Stig since before Christmas. And there is another one out there on track as well. We'll flick to him after the Stig's lap. But that is Johnny M4. So I'll tell you what, folks, they are all back. The boys are back from their holidays. And, well, the Stig lit up that first sector, mate. Purple. Let's just see how he fares, of course. Sector 2 approaching, well, the end of. And let's see what he does. Well, there you go. He hasn't purpled that one, but he's just got to be safe. And, well, this is a fetching livery. I'll tell you what, folks, in the sun, this thing beams. This is Texaco Racing, and this is that team, of course. And I'll tell you what, under lights, this one's going to pop. So, where is Housey at? Housey is attending to his fatherly duties, Zerks. He will be here probably at the end of Q1, mate. If you want to jump in, buddy, you are more than welcome to. Of course, happy to entertain the thoughts of the graphics god. Absolutely cracker. Or even Pillars. Well, either way. Whoa. The Stig. Welcome back, son. And welcome back with a spin. Woohoo! Chasey Dane had to take avoiding action. And I'll tell you what, I reckon that lad's heart was in his mouth. Last season, folks. Well, Chasey, I'm going to tell the viewers. Chasey, I apologise. But lit up those rears on that banked corner of a safety car restart. And wowee, disastrous. We do have a slow. What's happened on track? There's a slow car. Who is that? That is the Bopton. And, what's going on with the Bopton? Just slowing right up there. Not too sure. Crazy Kiwi. We'll go back to him, of course. And, where is Fury? Where is Fury? Fury is behind Kiwi, so that's okay. We'll flick to Fury's helmet while we've got some time. And there it is there. You can just see the top of it, folks. And as I did touch on before, yes. Paul Watson did a charity fundraiser, of course, in the Daytona 24-hour. And, raised money for Mind Foundation. They do phenomenal work. And if you want to be a part of it, a part of the donation roll, the freight train, of course, that is the link, folks. Get yourself involved. And most of the boys in the Formula 4 server were a part of that towards the end, just cheering the lads on, of course. Mateo, our steward, was a part of that. They finished P11. They did a phenomenal job, and we couldn't be more proud of those lads. But Fury, here he comes. This is not going to be representative. We'll flick back up to Blue Dog. Where is he getting himself underway? Chasey will have to go again, of course. He was held up a little bit there by the spinning, the Stig, of course. But yes, tabbed P3 with 1 minute 11.0. I have missed a couple of laps, so I do apologise, folks. Where is old boy? There he is there, starting Sector 3. And, of course, yes, that is Rothman's Racing, boys and girls. And, we've got Johnny M4 out there. We'll flick to him in a minute because his livery is, he's a Rothman's driver. His livery is not exactly what these boys have got. This was a daily livery. It will be returning, of course, and Johnny M4 will keep his eye out. But yes, old boy, so it's a 1 minute 11.4. Johnny M4 in the pit lane, of course. The livery is a little bit different, folks, but the blue dot is the blue dot. So he will sort that out as due course. But yes, Chasey Dane with a 1 minute 11.3, P7. And at the moment, there is still 9 minutes remaining in this session. So, Darkness Abyss, a Cadbury F1 racer, and that is the livery, folks. Now, in my opinion, my humble opinion, the graphics god is in the chat himself, but, I'll tell you what, he's out of these two, Cadbury's F1 and Rothman's Racing, in my humble opinion, for the honours of the best livery out there. But yes, Darkness Abyss, P5 with a 1 minute 11.0. Flick down to Bopton, the Kiwi, the sleeping assassin is the Bopton man. And there he is there, yet to register a time. Now this lad, ladies and gentlemen, this lad has recently progressed from pad to wheel. And last season, he did it very late last season, was training the house down on wheel and still competing on pad. But now he's doing a bit of both. He's training on the wheel and competing on the wheel. And it looks like he's starting to get his head wrapped around all the settings that do take time to sort out. But yes, Bopton doing a phenomenal job. Absolutely purpled that first sector, folks. And let's just see how he fares. He's approaching the end of Sector 2. And who was that? Darkness Abyss getting right out of the way of Bopton. Much appreciated. Darkness doing the right thing. And we do like that, of course. So Bopton, of course, yes. Well, he's gone with a bit of the purple sticker kit of his car. Yes, those sponsors, he's chosen the colour purple. And, for whatever reason, not too sure on his reasoning behind that. But he is a Kiwi, and they are a little bit different. We love your Kiwis. But yes, anyway, here we go. Bopton sets a 1 minute 12.3 to get himself registered 2.5. He's getting a good toe from Milligains. Milligains looks like he's on a lap, but 2.5 hasn't set one yet. And let's just see what he does. A 1 minute 10.888. The three fat ladies right at the end. Fantastic. P3 from 2.5. His cousin, Mr. Altitude himself, Suicide 5, will be next. Crosses the line with a 1 minute 11.8. P17. P17. Volty Boy is back out on track, folks. And there he is there. But let's just flick to Johnny M4. And Johnny M4, oh, he's got it not too... It's pretty similar. He's done a stellar job as Johnny M4 to get it that close. Of course, the Rothmans livery is, well, it is a daily livery. And the paddock pass, or the podium pass, is having a bit of a break, apparently. And in between seasons, apparently. So it's closed down. And, well, Co-Com's inbound. And that is the call out from the stat man himself. And, well, hurry up the house. I can't take a bloody drink while you're not here. I'm joking, mate. I'm joking. Anyway, no chat. Kyotonic, no chat. Well, there you go. That's come up on screen. And, well, Kyotonic, no chat. No one wants to be Kyos, mate. No. No one wants to listen to Kyo. He's having a few drinks, enjoying his house purchase that he just done today. So big congratulations again to you, Kyo. As Johnny M4 is 4/10 down on his previous best, and the Blue Dog has made an appearance out on track. Well, there you go there. Cat F1 driver, and yet to set a time, of course. There, we're going to lose the bottom 5 drivers, folks. P16 right through to P20. Currently, the Stig is out there on track. He's gone through the second sector, nearly half a second up on his previous best. Oh, bit greedy there on entry. Well, lucky to keep it all pointing in the same direction is the Stiggy boy. But yes, welcome back, Stig. Welcome back, Johnny M4. Great to have you boys back a part of the fold. But yes, here he comes, the Stig. Can he improve? He certainly can. He lost a bucket load of time at that start of the sector 3. 2/10 to be exact. Puts himself P15 with a 1 minute 11.6. Johnny M4, what has happened to him? Just getting out of the way of a quick car. That will be the Blue Dog. Is it the Blue Dog? No, it was not. I'm not too sure. That was a Cat F1. Probably Beansy trying to get on top of the timing charts yet again. But there you go. Yes, at the moment it's pretty tight there, Kaiser. This bloody yellow sector flag, it's always doing our heads in. We don't know exactly. Until that disappears, mate, we don't know exactly. There you go. 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. You've got to be quick. You've got to be quick to catch it. There it is there. Bloody hell. Just move it to the bottom of it or to the side of it. Jesus. Anyway, to all you commentators out there, it's the same anyway. We all know what we're feeling. We all know what we think. But yes, Blue Dog currently in Sector 2 of 49.8. That, well, just from memory, that is quicker than a few that have been through that part of the track at this very point in time. Let's just see what the Blue Dog... Here's another one donning that helmet of the Mind Foundation helmet. And that is the liver. That is what it is, folks. So you can tell there on stream right now. That is a bit of support to the Mind Foundation. But Blue Dog sets a 1 minute 11.6. Holy moly. Look at all the boys in the 1 minute 11.6s. Very, very close, and yes, looking forward to this one, most definitely. We're going to focus now on the drop section, folks. Black Moon, this lad runs 0 assists, folks. Lives runs 0 assists, and, well, I'll tell you what, he even drives in the no line, folks, no nothing, 0 assists, and he even drives in the cockpit position, does Black Moon, and, well, great to have him part of the Season 3 full-time drivers, of course. Yes, he will go again, sitting currently P18. And this is the area that we're all looking at, folks, that dreaded drop zone. Yes, the Aussie Paul Watson Xerxes, most definitely. And Argo, yes, 0 assists. Yes. He's been doing it for quite a while, to be fair. But to even do that in the cockpit vision, cockpit camera, is very, very difficult, of course. And hats off to the lad. Known him for quite a while now, and well, he's always done it. As long as I've known him, he has always done it that way. And well, congratulations to Black Moon, of course. But let's just see how he goes. This is looking not too bad. He's got it better than a 1 minute. Oh, wow. It's almost shadowing his previous best time. 400 slower. P18 for now. And have a look at the boys in the drop zone. All out there on outlaps. Blue Dog in the pit lane. Might be doing a bit of a splash and dash here, folks. Oh, as I say that, that's Macedonian. Well, I'll tell you what. Macedonian is not having the... Macedonian's not having the qualifying starts as what he did last season, of course. He's, last week he qualified P15, I do believe. And, well, he's always there and thereabouts, is the Masso Man. Does his thing in the race pace trim of the car, of course. But, well, he just hasn't hooked it up in qualifying just yet this season. And, well, of course, he finished P2 in the championship last season. And, yes, Suicide 5, Mr. Altitude himself, getting himself underway, of course. And let's just have a look at him. He's the furthest one along in the drop zone on a time run. And wow-wee, if that's anything to go by. 4/10 up on his first sector time alone, folks. And, well, has he joined the party or what? Has he come today? He is sitting currently, I do believe, P2 in the current championship at the moment. And I do believe all the boys up there and thereabouts have taken screenshots of those of the championship tables, of course, and put them in their back pocket, because that is bragging rights right there. But I tell you what, here's another lad that we all can talk about and get your hearts around, folks. He's finally joined me. I tell you what, speak of none other than the stat man himself, Mr. Hello there, Housey. Welcome there, my friend.
Hello. Sorry, everybody. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Sorry for my lateness. Kids had to
Yes, mate.
school, unfortunately.
You're very quiet, Housey. Give me 1 second, mate. Give me 1 second. Oh.
Okay. Done the deeds this morning, so now it's finally back to the real action. Just picking up here the current laps.
I don't know where you're talking to me from, Housey, but mate, keep talking, buddy. I'm trying to match up our mics. Yeah, well, okay, got to go a bit higher. Give me 1 second, folks. Higher. There
So
we
we've got Louis on an out lap. Johnny M4's on a lap at the moment in the drop zone. Bopton's hit the wall. How did he hit the wall there?
Oh, there you go. And yeah, no front wing. That's his session done. Black Moon's about to round. Well, he's going to take the checkered flag now. Well, it's not going to be better. It's not going to be better. Johnny M4, can he change it? He's in the drop zone. Blue Dog, same deal. And, well, where is the Stig? The Stig's done. He spun. And, well, the Stig will start this one. P16. There's Milligains coming around the corner there, Stiggles. Just make sure you get out of his way, and he has done so. Fantastic Stig. But, yes, we're going to focus down this bottom area. And who is furthest along? It is Johnny M4. Welcome back, son. Johnny M4, yes, welcome back. His first race back after the break, Housey, and good to see him back a part of it, of course. Let's just see if he gets himself out of this drop zone as the boys. Whoa, Johnny! Well, and he's out. Johnny is out. Well, there you go. The Stig won't have any dent on the running order, of course. He's just cruising back to that pit lane. The Blue Dog's on a hot one here, Housey. And he's coming around that last magnificent banked corner. And there you go. Oh, and it's hampered him. It's probably hampered him, the stricken car of Johnny M4. And it most certainly has. Blue Dog will not improve. And that is quali done. Oh, Black Moon. Oh, sorry, folks. Black Moon. Can he improve? Let's go, Black Moon. With a 1 minute 11.6 does improve. But P17 there, Housey. And that is it. Who won done?
Yep, so we have our drop zone. We're going to lose the Stig, Black Moon, Blue Dog, Johnny M4, and Bopton from this session.
We certainly are, mate. We certainly are. And there you go. So, well, a bit of an interesting session there, mate. And, well, I'll tell you what, look at Chasey Dane surviving. And, well, his thesis of starting at the back at the start of this one has not paid off, mate. He makes a Q2, and he is currently in 15th and survives. So, well, that's what it's all about there, folks. But tabbed F1. Oh, there you go. Tabbed. P1, mate, at the moment, Q1. And, well, like I said, all about survival. But the expected names are there and thereabouts, of course. But Rip the Beans, Fury, and Bosom occupy the top 4 with 2-5 in a P5. Flick all the way back down to the drop zone. And there he is there, of course. The guy making his return. The two boys making their return this season. And maybe that's just a sign. Maybe they've just turned on their PlayStations for the first time this season. There you go. The Stig and Johnny M4 out of a Q1 session. Black Moon, Blue Dog, and Bopton will join them. And yes, there he is there. The man himself, Chasey Dane, thought it would be wise to start at the back. Well, nevertheless, he ain't starting at the back. He's in a Q2. And let's see what damage he can do, of course, in the qualifying run. of course, Chasey, all the very best. And we wish all the drivers well out there, of course. And wow, I didn't even put the logo up. And well, there it is there, folks. I do apologise. Oh, there's the logo, bottom left-hand corner. And we're back in business, Housey.
Indeed. Obviously, I don't know if there's any weather. We had any update on the weather?
I have had 0 updates. The boys are keeping that one close to their chest, Housey. And, well, they haven't let it slip just yet. But I tell you what, mate. I tell you what, this session, if it's anything to go by, as we do know, the strategic session, and, well, yes, there he is, Black Moon. A shout out to the cockpit users. And it should be dry, he reckons. So there you go. Black Moon's giving us an update, Housey. And thank you very much, Black Moon. That was a Rothmans racer. Now, which one would it have been? Probably Volts, and it certainly is Volts. And there he is there, the flying Kiwi. Well, there you go. 3 Kiwis in this group. Volts, Crazy Kiwi, obviously, and the Bopton. And, well, there you go. Dirty Orange is also a part of the fold, but as a reserve, of course. And the Kiwis are putting their hands up, which we love to see. Of course, being a part of that whole Oceania family that we all are. And yes, a very small, tight-knit community we are. And, well, Voltsy getting himself underway here.
Yep. Just coming through the seconds. Oh, he's running a little wide there. Bit of a lock-up, was it?
It was a little bit.
Understeer. So he's going to run this exit turn 10 into the second DRS zone of the track, down into the chicane. Nice, tight little tricky one, this one. Be careful of the curbs. Keep this one tight, swing it out wide into this now series of right-handers. I find these really tricky to get bang on every time. Consistency there around that first part of the corner anyway is key to getting a good run down this straight.
Exactly.
Carry the speed all the way down. So he's going to get us underway then. Let's see if it's going to be a representative lap though.
Yeah, well that's the thing though, Housey. That is the thing. I mean, this track here, I mean, look, let's be all honest, folks. I mean, we've all been league racing for quite some time, and this bad boy right here at the Netherlands is a comfortable one-stop with a medium soft or a soft medium. Now, the key is what tyre you choose to start on, of course. You qualify in the top 10 of a Q2 session. Whatever set your fastest time on, whatever tyre compound that was, you start the race on. So, well, it looks like Voltsy at the moment, look, there's still heaps of time in Q2. Not many of the lads reveal their hands straight off the bat. They usually like for the track to rubber in ever so slightly, Housey. They tend to play funny buggers with us a little bit. And, well, I mean, he's not really lighting the timing screens on fire. And there you go. He's doing laps without his ERS. And so this will not be representative, Housey. Behind him is Mr. Tabbed. And, well, he is burning some ERS, is the lad. And let's just see how Tab fares. He could do the old quintessential hit the brakes just before the line type thing. And, yeah, he's lifting, he's coasting. And yeah, he's lifting and he's coasting and he's lifting and he's coasting. That's it. So, well, it is funny buggers time there, Housey. And look, mate, I can't hear those pages of your Bible turning just yet. I'm wondering, have you got any goodies for the viewers at home?
Not overly, to be fair.
I know, I give it early doors in the season, of course.
I know, that's the problem with the with there only being 2 rounds in. There's not really much to say, to be honest. I'm just trying to wait, in all fairness to the viewers. I know they're itching to hear some, but we're trying to wait till at least we've got more than a couple of races done. Bit of content
for everyone out there, Housey.
Yeah, you know, it's probably, the stats are there, but they're not necessarily the most amazing stats at the moment because of the 2 rounds.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Pulls up, so yeah, hopefully next week, I mean, we've got 3 rounds under the belt, then we'll be able to start making some comparisons between these drivers, to be honest with you. Obviously, Beans has had the best start so far, second pole and a win.
Yes. So,
doing a fantastic job is Beans so far, obviously, highest pop 3 driver in the drivers table so far. Mr. Suicide 5, so again doing a cracking job. Chasey Dane, also the highest pop 4 driver there in sort of 4th, 5th position he is in the championship. So again, from a pop 4 driver, absolutely sterling work from Chasey Dane. Real good start from him. They'll be looking to continue.
Well, I mean, let's just have a look at the chat. Sorry there, Housey, but just paying attention. We're sort of in a bit of a lull here in Q2, folks. It's only Brad Tay out on track. And as you're talking about Chasey doing a stellar job, and Blue Dog's saying 18th, my plan is forming. don't worry, I'll be at the end, I hope. And then Xerxes comes out with a, all depends on Chasey. Well, yeah, poor Chasey, Dane. And he hasn't lived that one down yet, and nor should he. And I don't think the boys will let him live it down. And well, I do believe he drags his feet every time he is reminded about that Season 2 incident that I did touch on ever so briefly in that Q1 session. But he survived. He's in Q2. I haven't seen him just yet, but I dare say, well, I mean, Chasey is the... Risky, how are you, mate? Good to see you in the chat. And, well, supporting the Aussie boys, of course, Mr. Fury Strat has come out on track, and he is, well, he's donning the foundation, I've just gone blank. Mind Foundation, there you go. Gone blank in the mind. It's a Mind Foundation. And that is what Paul Watson and Matteo Massi did over the weekend, of course, the Daytona 24-hour housey. They raised some money for the Mind Foundation. They do phenomenal work in the UK, and that is the helmet in respects to what the boys did. Now, if you want to be a part of the donation train, that is the link, folks. And yes, he was my team too. Yes, he was Xerxes. But that is the helmet, and that is a bit of respect to what the boys did. Just jumping on board, showing their appreciation. So that is the helmet. Fury's got it on, and so does the Blue Dog. And there you go. You can see it there himself. And Fury getting himself underway now, Housey.
Yep, got the medium tyres fitted as well. So hopefully this will be a representative lap from Chasey. Sorry, from Fury. Too much talking about Chasey. Through this tricky first sector. I hate that first sector. That little turn 2. So tricky to get right.
It is very tricky to get right. I mean, you've got to be pretty accurate with your apexes here, of course, especially, well, pretty much this whole track. It is very tight. It is very twisty. It's like a go-kart track. Whoa!
Yep.
Fury's out! Fury's out! Wowee! Wowee, that was huge. Fury is done at the, wow. Wowee, that was massive. Well, let's just hope Fury's all right. Lucky it's just a game. And, well, where is the chiropractor when you need him? And, well, Ramsell, if you're in the chat, I think your services are required. But anyway, here comes Bozza. And Bozza. And, well, he's yet to set a time yet, of course, on the medium housey. And he's just lit the second sector up in purple. So we all know what that means. And yes, don't worry, they all get fixed for the race too. And that's the barrier getting reported then. 100%, it came from nowhere and took him right out, of course. But yes, there is Bozza. Let's just see how Bozza goes. It's a 1 minute 11.3 on the medium. And at the moment, how's he? P1. Oh, I just missed it.
Milligains crosses the line. 111.7 for Milligains, the reserve driver. So we need to pick up who's next. I think there was a couple on outlaps next in the queue. It is going to be Macedonia across the line, just about to take the line now. Team Cadbury's has got the softs fitted. He pulled up a little bit there, I believe. 11.7 for Macedonian.
Old boy will be next, mate. Crosses the line right about now. So it's a 1 minute 11.5. P2, not too bad at all on the mediums there, Housey. These boys are starting to fire up a little bit now. And here comes Beansy. Yes. Cat F1. Pot one. Yes, pot one driver. And Beansy, P2. There you go. So Beansy, second position at the moment on the medium. Sorry, he's a pot 2 driver. And my apologies, folks. My apologies. So there you go. We'll flick back down to 2.5. It's 2.5 just navigating through some traffic. And, well, Milligains, well, there you go. I hope they didn't hamper him too much. Where is Suicide 5? Well, I'll tell you what. The cousins are shadowing each other. But it will be Kiwi. Crazy Kiwi, in fact. Yes. DRS wing wide open. He says, well, it's not representative.
Yeah, he's been off track. He messed it up in turn 13, the first of the right-handers before the straight. Got it a bit wrong. The Kiwi's going to have to go again.
So 2.5 said a 1 minute 11.4. His cousin, Mr. Altitude, Suicide 5 says a 1 minute 11.3. Tell you what, the cousins are doing, well, the shadow tactics. Darkness Abyss is getting himself underway. I'm going to flick up to Kiwi because at that time was not representative. As you did say, he had a spin there, Housey. But he's a 10th and a half down on his previous best at the end of Sector 1.
Old Boy going faster, just across the line there. A few seconds ago, Beans just going faster as well, so it's 11.0 for Beans and 11.2 for Old Boy, P2 and P4 respectively.
Well, Kiwi, yeah, there you go. He's not improving. He's half a second down. Darkness Abyss is out there, and while he is approaching the second sector, Smakinda gets himself underway, starting a lap. But yes, let's just see where Darkness, how he falls out, of course. Let's just see what time we've got. Yellow flags. This guy's getting out of the way of Darkness. We do appreciate that, and so does Darkness, and he does purple that second sector. So I'll tell you what, Housey, I mean, this guy has improved from last season a hell of a lot. And, well, who was that? That was an Old Spice stuck on the exit of the last corner of the entry of the runoff area of the last corner. And Darkness Abyss sets a 1 minute 11.3. Don't know who that was there, Housey.
S5. Suicide.
Oh, hey, and we've got a new follower. Well, Tomato for Life. Welcome to the stream. And, well, there you go. Tomato for Life. What a name. And, yeah, you're watching Formula 4 Racing. This is the Aussie division. And we are Season 3, Round 3. We are at Zandvoort in the Netherlands. Currently watching Smakinda tear this track up. Yet to see a time here, Housey, from this lad. And, well, let's just see how he fares. He wants a good result, does the Smakinda. And, well, he's just got to put it all together. 1 minute 11.0. That's a bit better. Tracy Dane back in the garage. Same with Kiwi. And here is Brad Zay. Well, I'll tell you what, Housey, these sessions are going pretty quickly, as we've got a new follower, Sonny Dorito. Sonny Dorito. Well, Sonny Dorito. That's a good name too. These have all got to be Aussie names, I reckon, for sure. Aussies are renowned for that stuff. But welcome. GR63. Well, I wonder if that is the real one. You are follower number 218. 218, welcome one and all. I'm glad you could be a part of us with this. Chasey Dane, well, there's movement. There is movement. Is he going to come back out? Not too sure, Housey.
2.5, just doing a lap a second ago. Faster lap, put himself up to P2, a 1:10.9, so cracking lap from 2.5. Obviously, had a bit of misfortune last week, did he? With the game glitching out on him, I think, and causing him to DNF.
Yes, unfortunate from the lad. I mean, he's a fan of the Ghost. He's a fan of the Ghost, is the 2.5. I mean, let's just touch on that. At Singapore, same sort of deal happened with him. A bit of a glitch. The car snaps left at turn 1, turn 2, I believe, and whack into the wall. And, yeah, I called it the Singapore Ghost. And, well, Singapore Ghost. And, well, last week, as we all know, that thing at Russia, and he's got a Russian ghost now, so well, there you go. 2.5 doing his thing in the ghosting world. He's the lad. And well, I mean, if anyone's more frustrated than him, I don't know who is, but that's because I got skills, Bopton, and Bopton, I do not fall asleep on the grid. So, well, the sleeping assassin is in the chat, trying to throw some stick my way. But let's not forget, round 1, fell asleep on the grid, folks. He got knocked out at the end of Q1, qualified P20, and well, he fell asleep. He had the rest of qualifying to enjoy, and he fell asleep to our commentary, Housey. How dare he? Yeah. And, well, there you go. Well, lucky he was at P20, because that would have caused carnage. And from that point on, he's been known as the sleeping assassin. And so that is Bopton. Ben is worried. Suicide 5 is worried. He's out there on track. Let's get fired up. 1 minute and 24 seconds remaining. Currently watching Macedonian. He's out there on track at the moment in that danger zone, Housey. And what's he doing? He slowed right up. So, oh, Kiwi's got some traffic. What a bad place for Chasey. Doing the right thing on an outlap, getting well and truly out of the way of Kiwi. Much appreciated. And, oh,
yeah. So, Chasey gonna need this lap. Yet to set a time. He's obviously on his outlap, just coming into the third sector. He's got a lot of traffic in front of him. Obviously, Kiwi about to close his lap then. So we'll see what Kiwi can do. He has got his soft tyres fitted, so I'm gonna put it out on a limb that Kiwi might get out this drop zone here. Brad Taylor done a fantastic
he
lap
certainly
on the
does,
softs earlier
Housie.
as well.
1 minute
that's the power of the softs.
11.089. P6, mate. P6. Not too bad at all. Chasey getting himself underway, as you did touch on. Where is Milligains? Yes,
Miller
he's...
Gaines.
Yeah, he's
it's
further...
Miller Gaines.
Where is he? P12 at the moment. He's still got that... He's still rocking the medium tyre there, Housie. And, well, there you go. Purple's the first sector. That is where Fury lost it. Very easy to do there, folks. You touch that inside curve, get on the power, she's gone. And usually ends in tears. But Milligains navigating this one ever so nicely, of course, was a full-time driver. And he's looking to get his seat back, is the Millie. But, well, let's just see how he fares at this one. In Sandford, of course. But yes, yes, yes. Where is he, Sector 2? Oh, he's shadowing Housie. He's shadowing 600ths down on his previous best. He is not improving at the moment. Currently sitting P12. Where is Chasey Dane? Chasey Dane, 14th at the moment, behind Milligains.
Be darkness afterwards. So, Milligains trying to take the shortest run then.
Oh, P10.
Oh,
P10.
It's just, so it's darkness. Here comes darkness. Darkness is up. So P12 for darkness at the moment. Can he push Milligains back down? Yes, does so.
And Chasey Dane is next. Chasey Dane, Chasey P9.
Oh,
Chasey's done it. He's done it.
We've lost Old. No, we've lost Old Boy, sorry. We've lost Old Boy. Macedonia was already out. He was stuck in the pits, couldn't do anything about it. So we've lost Old Boy and Milligains. I don't think Suicide's got the flag. Suicide 5 and Macedonian from that session. That is... Well, that's the power of the softs. A few guys putting on the softs towards the end there, just to get in and amongst those
of course.
medium runners.
Well, we've got 4 soft runners and 6 medium runners in that top 10, Housie. And have a look at Bolts, mate. He would have had, well, his heart in his mouth, mate, right on the cusp.
Yeah.
And, well, only survives by the smallest of small margins. And, well, there you go. We have lost Old Boy, Milligains, Suicide 5, Macedonian. And, of course, we did see Fury hit that wall there. But there you go. Chasey, his thesis of starting at the back, he's made a Q3. Well, Chasey Dane. And just keep it clean. And don't touch that hard compound.
Right, we go into the session then. Session that counts. This is Q1 coming up.
We just did have a resubscribe to Housie. Sorry, mate. Xerxes. For 5 months in a row. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. And well, Xerxes throwing his hand in. Much appreciated, Xerx. And 5 months in a row. Very, very good indeed.
Have we done a little shout out for the graphics god for his birthday the other day?
Yes.
Happy birthday, Xerx. Obviously celebrating his birthday the other day, did our man.
Saturday it was. Saturday the Xerx had his birthday, and well, the graphics god himself. And well, there you go. Had a great day he did, and I'm pretty sure he did enjoy it. And well, there you go. So absolutely brilliant. Yes, well, GR63. Yes, we used a multiplayer livery. We have a pot-based system that is pace related. So pot 1 through to pot 4. There are 5 drivers in each pot. There are, excuse me, 5 teams, of course. And 4 drivers in each pot, 5 teams, of course. And every driver gets 1 from each pot. What am I talking about? Where we wake up, son. Say that again, Housie. I'll say that again. There are 4 pots, 5 drivers per pot. 20 drivers, 5 teams. And one team gets 1 from each pot. And they all go into the server and they all choose their livery, their team name, their colours, and that is Team Cabri. Cabri F1, as they like to be called around these parts, and that is Darkness Abyss. This is Rothmans Racing, and that is Voltsy Boy, and Voltsy is Rothmans Racing. Pot 1, that is Smakinda, Old Spice Racing, and that is their livery. That is what they created, Mr. Rip the Beans, and yes, that is Cat, or Caterpillar F1. And tabbed F1, that is Texaco Racing. That is the livery, and so you're all up to speed. Well, there you go, Darkness on pit exit. Well, facing the wrong way. He's got to spin around quickly, and he's done that. So Voltsy will... Well, who's taken us on the lead lap here?
Sorry, I was just watching what was going on. I think it's Rip the Beans. It is Rip the Beans.
Thank you, mate.
Followed by Tab, I believe. Tab had to... Tab's lab was slightly compromised by the spin of Darkness. So I'm not expecting, mind you, he was quick in Q2, so maybe Tab's still got it in the bag, but I think Tab will go again eventually. I think it just cost him a couple of tenths to the stricken darkness, so we are riding on board with Rip the Beans through the second sector here. Championship leader, 43 points, I believe it is. He's purpled, obviously, the first sector, but he's the first one to take that sector, so no surprise there then. Let's go into turn 13 then. Gets it nice. Turn 14 and onto the home straight. Going to get that DRS open and get us underway. It'll be tabbed afterwards. Followed by Bozzers invalidated. So tabbed goes P1 on 110.203. Rip the Beans goes second on a 110.945. Smakinda crosses the line with a 111.9. 111.2, sorry. 2.5 sets the time of 110.5, puts our P2. Crazy Kiwi now on the board, 11.1. Darkness Abyss a 144.385, but that was because of that spin. So it's going to be is it Bozza? No, it's Chase, isn't it? No, Chase is invalidated. So maybe it is going to be Bozza the next one. To set a lap time, it's got a little bit of traffic.
Oops, Tab's getting right out of the way, and I do apologise, Housey. I was just sending a message in the Twitch chat for GR63, and yeah, catch that one there, mate, and I hope you understand all that. But yes, just add us on PSN, and we'll get back to you, my friend. Excuse me.
Boys in the chat just checking Bopton's still awake.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, he does need to be checked on, of course. Well, of course, yes. He's had a bit of time to sort of kick back as the Bopton man, and well, father-to-be is the lad. Big congratulations to Bopton. The boys swim, and well, congratulations, Bopton, on being a father-to-be.
What was that for that one?
That was Bozza throwing it in the pit lane. Brad Tay, of course, out there on a lap at the moment, and well, let's just see how he fares. And well, Brad Tay in a Q3 session. I tell you what, Housey, it's good to see this lad back up there, and I reckon he's had the same helmet for at least 12 months, has the Brad Tay. But while he likes continuity, does the lad. And well, Cat F1, and speaking of continuity, him and Blue Dog seem to be shadowing each other everywhere, but except for this track. And of course, the race is long. Let's just see how they fare. But yes, Brad Tay with a 1 minute 11.232. Puts himself P8 for now.
Darkness on another lap after that first lap spin down into turn 1.
He's well down.
He is down though.
Over a second. He will not improve, no chance. Not that far down, straight off the bat. So being such a short, tight, twisty track, yeah, you can't really afford to give away too much, especially at any part of the track, and it just absolutely crucifies you. But yes, Darkness, I dare say he's going to throw this one in the pit lane. There is still time, Housey. There is still time. I'm just going to keep an eye on Brad Tay to see, to see what he's doing. He's still burning ERS, so it could be representative here, mate.
Just up. He's just up by the smallest margins. He's got 6 minutes or thereabouts on the clock, so whether he'll take the line here. He did get that section just there slightly wrong on his first lap, hit the sausage curb a little bit too hard, unsettled the car and just skipped the background a little bit. Lost a few tenths. Oh, he's done it again. He's out. Brad Tay's gone.
There you go. Brad Tay is done.
Turn 13 gets it a little bit wrong, which is what I was trying to allude to earlier. It's such a tricky corner. It looks easy, but it's such a tricky corner to get consistent. Lap in, lap out. You go a few mil off, and that's what can happen. You lose the back end, and at the trajectory you're at, it's always a one-way trip to the wall in that section of the track. So unfortunately, Brad Tay will start P10 then. It's still not too bad though. It's good. Pot 4 driver is Brad Tay, I believe.
Yes.
So not too bad a starting position. So who have we got out there? Smakinda just about to start a lap. Team Old Spice driver.
Well, you and Short 5, thank you very much for your follow, mate. You are follower number 219. And, well, there you go. Formula4Racing, the Aussie division, Zandvoort, round 3, season 3. And watching Smakinda tackle this great track.
Did you see, sorry, I'm just going to go back in the chat, because I meant to say something a minute ago. One of our new followers, who was it? There's a guy from Sweden in here. That was the tomato for life. Watching from school in Sweden. So fair play, lad.
Well, speaking of, well, not only that, well, let's touch on that. We've got a resident Swede, and of course you can catch him.
That's what I was getting to.
Well, you can catch him on 8 p.m. GMT Monday. His name is Andenj. And, well, he's a quality racer. And looking forward to seeing the European boys do their thing. Yes, he's the Swede of the bunch, is Mr. Andenj. But nevertheless, we're at the Aussie division. And we will touch on the rest of the lads a bit later on, of course. But yes, it is Smakinda lighting this track up purple.
Yeah. Good middle sector for Smakinda. Let's see him close this lap out then. Currently 7th. What can he do? Goes for second, 1:10.4 for Smakinda, so good lap from Smakinda.
And Beansy's just getting himself back underway, of course. This is the business end of Q3, folks. And, well, that time, 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. And, well, Rip the Beansy's around! Oh, and he's just avoided the wall. He's just avoided. Tell you what, when things go your way, things really do go your way. And Beansy done everything, well, to avoid the wall and succeeded. That is very, very lucky from the Beansy. There you go. We'll have to go again at Will Beansy. We'll keep an eye on Smakinda because he's currently going again and he's up on his previous best time here, Housey. And, well, Brad Tay, as we did touch on, well, his session is done. So, well, there you go. Cat F1 using up one of their 9 lives. Very quick. A very good Black Moon. Very, very good, of course. Yes. Well, I mean, 9 by 4. So, I mean, work that one out. 45 bloody lives. I know, where am I going? 45, jeez.
45. Yes. All drivers. Bozza's on a lap as well. I'm not sure what Smakinda's doing back there. I'm watching Bozza here. He's going to be the first one.
Oh, there you go. So your mate there. Well, they're all on outlaps, Housey. I reckon we'll pay attention to this chat. What do you reckon? Tomato for Life has just jumped in again. Lunch isn't for another 40 minutes, Housey. So the lad's just, well, if he's meant to be doing some schoolwork, he's doing the right thing and getting his racing involved.
Well, I wouldn't. Oh, I mean, as much as I want people to tune in, I mean, education is key. So get your head down, son. I mean, for the rest of the week, you're allowed Monday off to watch this, and tune in later for the European division to see your boy, your fellow Swede, in action. But yeah, head down for the rest of the week. School is no joke, unfortunately.
And that sounds like coming from a dad himself who's just attended to his 2 kids. And, well, it sounds like he's on repeat. And, well, Tomato for Life's having a bit of a giggle, mate. So, well, I think all buttons have been pushed. Yes, Crazy Kiwi out there, Rip the Beans out there. And that is Boltsy getting himself underway. But Rip the Beans is furthest along here. And, well, let's just see how he fares. This guy, well, I'll tell you what, he's wanting a front row. He's been hunting it all season, has this lad, and rightly so. Putting his hand up for a good shout-out for the rest of the season is Rip the Beans. P4 with a 1 minute 10.6. And, well, there you go. Bozza's out there on track. He's pulled right up. 2.5. Is he sending it? 2.5 is up on his previous best. No, he's not. He's down by 700ths of a second, nearly 800ths of a second there, folks. And let's just see if he keeps sending it. Oh, he's using his ERS. He can go again if he's got the fuel. His fuel lights. Oh, no, he can't. No, he cannot. He's just cost himself another lap with an invalidation on the last corner, and he knows it. And he's in the pit lane.
Kiwi, then. Crazy Kiwi about to take the line. Doesn't improve. He's going to get another lap though.
And same with Bozza. Bozza's going to get another lap as well. Darkness Abyss getting himself started. And where is Tab? Volts? What's happened to Volts? Volts is out. Volts is out. Volts has lost at that last corner.
Yeah, that's hampered Chase's start. Chase's lap is right across the track.
Wowee, what a place. Wowee. And, well, Beansy's fuel light's on anyway. He's on low fuel mode, is Beansy. He's going back to the pit lane anyway, regardless. 2.5 in the pits. Where is Darkness? There he is there. Let's just have a look to see what he's doing here. He's approaching the end of this. excuse me, the end of the second sector. That is Old Spice of Bozza doing the right thing, getting out of the way. Good job, Boz. And getting out of the way of Darkness Abyss. I'm going to keep an eye on this sector time, Housey, because it looks like he is sending it, is the Darkness. And he costs us, oh, he's up by nearly 2.5 tenths. 2.5 tenths there, Housey. Crazy Kiwi coming around that last corner. And, well, Crazy Kiwi sitting P8 at the moment. The clock has ticked down to 0. This will be it. Kiwi goes with a 1 minute 10.9. P7, where's Darkness? Darkness coming around, he's on the final ball, the start finish straight now, hugging that pit lane wall. A 1 minute 10.7, P6 for Darkness, and, well, Chasey Dane yet to set a time.
Here we go then, last ditch saloon for Chasey Dane. What's it going to be? 1:11.4, P10 then.
P10 from the Chasey, mate, that's it.
Brad Tate qualified 9th, not 10th, as I alluded to earlier. I thought his time would get beaten after that crash, but not quite, so he holds on for P9. Me dropping the pen in the background.
Well, that's the Statman 2.0 doing his homework as we speak. But yes. Tabbed F1. Tabbed F1 on top, but not just a small margin, by 3 tenths. Oof, at this tight circuit, that's almost as good as the second. And, well, over Smakinda in P2 and 2.5. P3, Rip the Beans, P4, Voltsy Boy, P5. Darkness Abyss, another quality showing from him, P6. Bozza, P7. Crazy Kiwi, P8. Brad Tay, P9. And Mr. Chasey, P10.
Yep. We'll move on to the race then. Don't forget, we'll have a quick recap then. So, Tabbed is going to be starting on pole on the mediums. We've got 2.5 in third starting on the mediums. Smakinda, where is Smakinda? Second, he's on the mediums too. So that's top 3 all on mediums. 100% starting on the mediums. Who else we got? Beansy's on the mediums as well. So that's top 4 on the mediums then. And then Volts is on the mediums too. So top 5 all going to be going on the mediums here from the race start.
There you go,
so that
mate.
should be interesting.
There you go, another mixed bag, 5 and 5. So we're just waiting for this to load in, of course, and well, it's got to be ever so patient. I mean, it's a lovely feature of the F120. It's an opportunity to talk rubbish about things we don't even know what we're talking about. So, no, I'm joking. So there you go. That is the running order, folks, of the top 10. And, well, Tabbed F1 doing his thing. And, well, he's impressed, has the lad, since he's been here. And, well, this being his first season as a full-time driver, doing his thing. But even Crazy Kiwi doing a great job as well there, Housey. Brad Tay and Chasey Dane, of course. Darkness Abyss, well, very, very consistent with his qualifying pace these days. Finds himself in P6 now. Speak of these guys because they are lower in the pot, sort of picking bunch, and no disrespect to them. But that is where they're at. And, well, they are always, well, they're in thereabouts of those boys. So it's good confidence for them taking it in for the rest of the season. Well, every Grand Prix, I suppose. You sort of ride that momentum wave, of course. And, well, all it takes is one result, and it changes absolutely everything. And the lobby has glitched. Stuck on the loading screen. It did this last week.
And then eventually just...
We'll be patient, boys. We'll be patient. I know it's a pain. But it's a pain. There's nothing else to say. Some might be behind in quali. Yeah, very true. Very true. If anyone, I didn't take notice of who left the session. But we'll just be patient, folks. This will work. It does take a little bit long. Might reset it, but at this stage, we are not doing that.
I'll tell you what, have you done the championship yet? Have you put it up? I'll go through the championship quickly while we're waiting, if you like.
So it's Rip the Beans. Rip the Beans must leave the lobby. Rip the Beans. Rip the Beans. Calling Rip the Beans. Lobby.
Alright, well, as Rip the Beans, our championship leader, needs to leave the lobby and rejoin. Let's just have a quick rundown of the championship. I'm not sure if it's been on the screen this morning. I would imagine so, in the loading screens. But let's give you a rundown anyway. So it's Rip the Beans, Team Cat, at the top of the table. 43 points, followed by Suicide 5, Old Spice in P2 on 31. Macedonia, the Cadbury's driver, sits P3 on 28 points. Chasey Dane then, as we mentioned earlier, 4th in the championship, Old Spice, 25 points. Bozza 5th, Old Spice driver as well, 25 points. That's 3 Old Spice drivers in the top 5. Great start from them. Next up in 6th is the Rothmans driver of Crazy Kiwi on 24 points. Cadbury's driver of Black Moon sits P7 on 21 points. Volts then sits P8 on 19 points, the Rothmans driver. Texaco's tabbed F1 sits P9 on 18 points. Then we've got Cat's Blue Dog after that 4th place last week. Good result for him and driver of the day. He sits P10 on 17 points. Then it's 2-5, Cadbury's driver sits P11 at 16 points. Smikinder is in 12th, Old Spice driver, also on 16 points. Yep.
Lost Beans and Blue Dog now. Yeah, they've both left. The boys are struggling to get loaded back in. This is looking like a reset, mate. This is looking like a frigging reset. How good is this frigging game? Anyway, we will push on, folks. We will be back in just a minute, and we'll get this lobby. Howsy screenshots, and we'll be with you in just a moment. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Well, I tell you what, folks. I tell you what. Well, the boys have readied up, and, well, we are underway. I tell you, connection issues galore. How good is this game? Woof! To all you league organisers and commentators out there, it is a brilliant job, isn't it? That's great. But anyway, we push on. We've got a custom grid. And, yeah, no, I could only get, it's going with 19. I did the best to get old boy in and was not waiting any longer. We are currently 20 minutes past the effect. But, yeah, anyway, sorry, Deezy. But next time, mate, put your hand up and tick your attendance in the server. But, yeah, was giving old boy every opportunity to get himself in the lobby. He's yeah, Masso, man. You know how much. Anyway, yes, giving old boy every opportunity to get himself back in the lobby, of course. And, well, Housey, she didn't want to work for the lad. And you know what? He's going to miss it. He's going to miss this one. So just waiting for the players to load in. And we will get this race start underway, of course. Yes, it is dry. It was going to be dry in the first lobby. So I did the boys a solid, and instead of going random, I did clear weather. And, well, there you go. I'm sure they're appreciative of that one. But, yeah, there you go.
Yep, so boys just getting in their setups. Obviously, anyone that doesn't know, if we have to redo a lobby, you need to re-enter your setups. They'll be looking at their race strategy as well. Obviously, selecting their tyres that the top 10 did their lap times on in Q3. They must start on the same tyre.
Housey, we've got some cars on the friggin' grid. Holy moly. And it looks like this one is about to get underway. A formation lap, of course, folks. And let's just refresh everyone's memory on, yes, and the boys did the right thing. We did have the screenshots of the top 10, and yes, tabbed P1, Texaco Racing from that lad. And, well, did a stellar job in qualifying. Smakinda P2, and 2.5 is P3. P4 is Rip the Beans, the current championship leader. Volty Boy is there in P5, and Darkness Abyss in P6. Bozza is in 7th position, as well as Kiwi in P8. Excuse me, Brad Tay, P9. And Chasey Dane, the lad who wanted to start at the back, he finds himself right in the danger zone, mate, mid-pack. And no, I'm only joking. Chasey, great qualifying from you. And, well, there you go. So, Chasey, P10. Milligains, P11. P12 is Suicide 5. P13 is Macedonian. P14 is Mr. Fury Strat, who, of course, binned it in that Q2 session, unfortunately, at that glorious sweeping right-hander housing that we will see and do see most drivers. Well, if you get it wrong, she's curtains. But yes, the Stig. Welcome back to the Stig in P15. Texaco Racing. Black Moon in P16. Of course, wherever old boy was, he moved up. Well, he went out and everyone moved up one. And that is the reason why they are in those positions. Blue Dog in P17. He's opted for the softs there, Housey. and trying to make amends, obviously, off the line. Johnny M4, welcome back to you too, mate, in P18. 4MULA4Racing and Bopton, the sleeping assassin, rounds out this.
Remind me to talk to you after the race.
Do I have to? No. Yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, you do.
Okay.
I'm not going to raise it now. I'll speak to you later on about it. Just remind me.
No problem,
At
mate.
some point later in the day. So we're going to get this one underway finally. Thanks for holding fire, everyone in the chat, all the drivers as well. Over to you, Skate, for the top. Front of the grid. I'll watch the back.
Well, we've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Bloody hell, that went quick. We've got some reps, and we are go here at Zandvoort, the Netherlands. Great start there by Tab. Look at this, 3-4 wide going into turn 1. They'll all have to tuck in and follow suit, but so far so good there, Housey. Nice and clean, no wheel banging whatsoever, and that's what we absolutely love. Respect on and off track is what it's all about here at Formula 4. And Rip the Beans finds himself in 5th position. Falsey Boy in P4. Let's have a look to see what's happening further down. Mr. Fury Strat, what a great start by him. Up 4 positions already, up into P11. Macedonian in 14th. Bopton has climbed up to 17th. Johnny M4 and Suicide 5 have had a bit of a mare of a start. But have a look at what's going on in front here, Housey. Well, is there anyone in AI? I thought I seen an AI, but there is not. Everyone's in connected. Black Moon. Woohoo! A bit of a tax slapper there against Miller Gaines. Miller Gaines touches him again. Look at this. 3 wide into the hairpin. And the big winner out of that is Johnny M4 there, Housey.
Yep. Suicide 5 missing an M plate in 19th position as well. I didn't see where that came from. The start actually looked pretty good from the guys towards the back.
I mean, it really did, yeah.
His first lap stuff, so it's always hard for the room, but I didn't see any debris going there. I mean, it was close at points, but very, very good start actually from the lads, so well done to everybody.
Well, Tab trying to break the toe there. You've seen him weaving on the straight, and well, you want to be careful. You don't want to do that too much. 1 defensive move only, and well, there you go. Tab trying to break the toe. Of course, there is no DRS zone for the first 3 laps of the start of any restart part of the Grand Prix in any facet. And yes, these boys will know this. It is a pure DRS deployment, and DRS deployment, I should say, for the first 3 laps anyway, for nevertheless. As we flick back down to Chasey Dane, who's still in P10, and he's doing his thing as the Chasey. And great to see him, all 4 wheels pointing in the same direction. Macedonian has climbed up an extra spot into 13th there, Housey. The Stig is trying to hang on to Masso because, yes, as you may have guessed it, this is Stig's first race back. And what better man to tag on the back of than Macedonian, of course, has shown his skills over the course of the journey. And especially at the start of this season, out of position, and finds himself always there and thereabouts towards the end of the Grand Prix. 2-5 is starting to really close in on Smakinda here, Housey. And while it was looking for a bit of a shape-up, no DRS still. It will be enabled at the end of this lap, of course. And well, here we go, Housey.
Yeah, I tell you who had a great start there. That was Blue Dog, up 5 places. He's up the most. Just got done by Macedonia though into turn 1, so down to up 4 places now. Biggest looters was Miller Gaines.
Oh, what's going on with 2-5? 2-5's around the wrong way. 2-5 is around the wrong way. Oh no! Down into 15th. And well, there you go, 16th now. Excuse me. And that is disastrous from the lad. Let's just hope, well, that was a spin on his own accord than anything else.
No damage. Looks like he's got no damage, but unfortunate again, when it's one of those things at the start, the first few laps, if you get it wrong, you've got to wait for the whole pack to go by. So he did the right thing there, not trying to turn the car into oncoming traffic. So he did the right thing, but it's cost him. It's down to 16th now.
Well, it certainly has. We've got yellow flags in Sector 2. That was for Black Moon. Black Moon has lost it in Sector 2 there, and just regaining the car ever so slightly. Did see that track map light up, and there he is there. He's while trying to tag on the back of Suicide 5. Looks like he's got no visible damage there, Housey. And I'll tell you what, mate, this is such a tight, twisty track. Volts is making moves everywhere, left, right, and centre, and he's tagged onto his old sparring partner, Smakinda. And well, Smakinda has got his hands full with Volty Boy right up his clacker there, Howsy. Rip the Beans in
right there
P4 as well as Bozza. And while there's a bit of a lag spike there from Beansy on my end, I'm not too sure what is going on out there. But yeah, looks very, very, very ordinary at this stage. But yes, Volts is doing his thing. Look at him hunt. He's on the back. He's got to be patient here, folks. There is no place to pass, of course, through here. You wouldn't dare do it anyway, because all it takes is for a slight touch and it's curtains. But yes, Voltsy knows this. I dare say this will be a start-finish straight move here, Housey, unless he gets a great exit coming out of here and he can take him into the start of Sector 3.
Yeah, let's have a look. Has he got the run with this DRS? He's got the DRS open. Is it going to be enough? I almost find this a little bit too short. Yeah. So there's a bit of a train going on. Obviously Beans there as well. Bozza trying to get to the back of it. Darkness also trying to cling on the back of the front guys. But I tell you what, Tab's gone.
Yeah, look at Tab go. Yeah, that's what I said, mate. That 3/10, nearly 4/10 of a second per lap is as good as a second a lap on a small track.
Waltz has got the run now. On Smakinda. Across the start-finish line down into turn 1.
Oh, hang on. Smakinda ain't giving it up without a fight. Smakinda ain't giving it up without a fight, Housey. And Volts, Smakinda, side by side. Look at this. Whoa. Smakinda's held it. He touched the curve. He got loose. He touched the curve again. He's got loose in his hairpin beans. Oh, no. Smakinda. Oh, that is unfortunate. And while Beans finds himself in P8, was just the innocent bystander of Smakinda getting loose. And there you go. Where is Bozza? Up in the 3rd place. Well, there you go. What a start from this lad. Sometimes you have luck, Housey. Sometimes you don't. And so far, Bozza has had some luck because he was not caught up with that incident there. Unfortunate spin from Smakinda. And, well, there you go. Up in the 3rd place. Darkness Abyss in P4. And great job as Aaron Parnell has just followed the stream. Thank you very much, mate. Follower number 220 there, how's I? And, well, stellar job by all the viewers and fans indeed. Yes, this is Formula 4 Racing, the Aussie division. We are at the Netherlands. Zandvoort is the track. And Rip the Beans, our championship leader, was the innocent bystander of a, unfortunate spin from Smakinda. But yes, let's just focus on these gaps because look at from P4 all the way through to P9, hanging on to DRS Housey. There's a DRS train approaching and happening right before our very eyes. Let's just go back down to the pit lane. And, who was that making a pit stop? Rip the Beans, changing that front wing. And there you go. He needs new nose for that Cat F1. Team Bopton is in Texaco Racing. And, there you go. That is him in P14. The sleeping assassin, freshly on a wheel and doing his thing, of course. Smakinda in P12 after that bit of a spin there, Housey. Expect to see him fight his way through back. And Macedonian, mate, did I tell you or did I tell you not? This lad, I tell you, this season he struggled with his quality, but his race pace is good and finds himself able to carve his way through the field. We've lost Miller Gaines. We've lost Miller Gaines. What's going on? Safety car.
Yeah, it's the exit of turn
Shake
3.
and Blake 07. Sorry, Housey. New follower. Shake and Blake. What a name. You are follower number 221. And there you go. So we've got a safety car. And, well, we wonder if this is perfect for the soft runners, Housey. Are they going to stop? Well, yes, they'd be crazy not to.
Yeah,
all the soft runners should be in.
They come in. Yeah.
Daisy, stay away from the hard. Daisy, stay away from the hard. Is what is the general consensus at the moment.
He's put it on.
Oh, he's put the hard. Oh no.
He's put the hard on.
Oh no.
Oh no, 2.5's put the hard on in 18th as well. So that sounded wrong. Put the hard tyres on.
Keep it PG, Housey. Keep it PG, mate.
Yeah, sorry. Apologies. Excuse my language. I'm not normally too bad. Something my family
You're not normally too bad. You're absolutely shocking.
No,
I'm joking.
In terms of language, I mean, if my family can't believe I can do this without actually.
Well, there you go. You've awoken the school kid. He's heard the hard on and he's erupted.
Yeah. Hey.
He's erupted. He has erupted, the Swede. And, tomato for life. I mean, Jesus. That is Housey doing his thing. But yes, we have got a safety car here, folks. Probably a perfect segue to run through this order.
The only soft that didn't go there, the only soft that didn't change was Blue Dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Black Moon did stop
Well,
earlier,
Black Moon,
but for
but
damage.
yeah, there was a couple of laps
But
earlier,
I mean,
yeah.
that was not a safety car, of course. So tabbed, fleeting this one, and all that hard work that young fella had just done has just been washed away. He'll have to do it all again. Voltsy Boy is in P2. And let's not count out Bozza. Bozza's there in P3 as well, warming up those boosts. Fury Strat, well, he finds himself in P4, as well as Macedonian. Look at Macedonian, P5 there, Housey. The Stig in P6 and Blue Dog P7. Smakinda P8, Johnny M4 P9, and Darkness Abyss in P10. The first of the soft runners to box and coming out on the track in P10. Crazy Kiwi, obviously P11. Brad Tay P12, and Chasey Dane has put the hard compound on. He's in 13th place. Bopton in 14th. These guys are going to get swallowed up at the restart, folks. The hard compound is no good here. Very, very slow tyre. It takes about 4 or 5 laps to warm up, and they are going to get caught out. Rip the Beans in P15. Look at that on the soft. He should jump those two in front of him very, very quickly. Got Black Moon in P16. 2-5. Well, he's going to play the longevity, is the lad. Probably, cracked it a little bit from maybe making an error there. He's got the hard compound on. 3 laps old those hard tyres are, but they would have cooled right off now, Housey. Suicide 5 in P18. There he is there in P18 Old Spice Races. So I reckon we're going to get a restart after this, mate. This will be safety car in this lap. There we go, right on cue.
So up 10 places at the moment. Fury Strat and Blue Dog both. The Cats up 10 places. Stig up 9. Macedonian up 8. Biggest Loser 2-5 down 14. Followed by Rip the Beans down 11. As we're going to get this one back underway then. So everyone back in the mix. It's a reset. Going to be starting lap 9. Suicide 5 had this problem last week. I'll just touch on that. He was back at the pack last week after having the first couple of lap incident. And he came through for a really good result. So just keep your eyes on those boys down the end. See where they get to later on.
Oh, look at this. Bolts and Tab shadowing each other. Tab tried to catch Bolts napping. What a restart from the young fella. And he should hold P1 into turn 1 as Fury Strat is going to make a move on Bozza, but then Macedonian on the inside. Fury was caught napping there. Left the door wide open and Macedonian pinched it. What a move. What a move from the Meso man. P6 is the Stig. Blue Dog is in P7. What's going on with the hard runners? They are getting swallowed up. Bopton in P15. Rip the Beans has got through one of them. He's got Chasey Dane to contend with next. And while this is not where to do it, he has to be patient. He has to be patient here, Housey. He's just got to bide his time for half a lap or so and just pick them off one by one. 2-5. Well, there he is there. Look at the hard runners there in 15th and 16th. Chasey Dane will join them shortly in 14th, of course. Let's go back up to the top because Fury Strat, well, Macedonian has turned up. He finds himself up into P4 after starting P15, I do believe there, Housey. What a stellar start.
Yeah. Just watching a bit of the guys at the back here. Just seeing what the progress is. S5 getting all over the back of Black Moon. He's itching to get past. It's mediums versus softs back there.
Well, I mean, we're seeing Rip the Beans shaping up Chasey Dane here, mate. This is for 13th place. Looks like Beansy's going to have him. He should get a good exit. He does get a good exit. Chasey will be spending ERS, but look at this. So is Beansy. And the soft compound under late braking is an easy move for Beansy. Great job, Beansy. Up into P13 as his teammate in Brad Tay ahead of him in P12. Bolts is still hanging on to the back of Tab. The young fella has got his head down here, Housey. Look at the top two. They are starting to stretch a little bit. Tabbed and Volts. And, well, here we go. We're in for a ring-a-ding-ding here, Housey, by the look of this. TRL Bozza doing a stellar job as well in P3. Great start from him. And, we just found himself walking through the track on his, not on his own, but the fortunate parts, of course, when Smakinda did spin.
Kiwi's lost it. Kiwi's lost it. Turn 10, I think it was, or 9. Exit and 9, sorry. He's hit the barrier.
Well, there he is there. He's falling down. And he'll find himself in last place. And there you go. Kiwi will live to fight another day. As we'll go back up to Darkness, because Darkness is really, really hunting Blue Dog here, mate. He's really
Yeah,
putting it on.
like that for
He's
lap.
turning on the heat. I wonder if the blue man is starting to sweat. Let's not forget the fact, in Melbourne, it
Here we
is
go.
still 30 degrees Celsius. These boys will literally be getting their sweat on. But let's just see how Darkness goes. Darkness under braking. Is he going to send it? Well, Blue Dog's giving him the respect in the room. And, well, Blue Dog should have a good run, but Darkness hanging it in there. Woohoo! Darkness, great move. Blue Dog on 10 lap old softs. I reckon they're just starting to feel the pinch. No, no!
Oh, Johnny M4. Johnny M4 doing the same thing as what happened earlier. Poking his nose in, up the inside. Blue Dog giving all the room for that move by Darkness. Johnny M4.
And Blue Dog got a 5-second penalty for the collision.
Yeah.
And that is the game at its finest. But
I'm telling you that.
I mean, I'm sure the stewards will hear about that one. But yes, unfortunately, keep going, Blue. The race is still long. We're not even a third of the way through this one. Anything can and usually does happen in Grand Prix racing, boys and girls. And while it's not one to throw the towel in, we frown upon pit and quits here. Pit and quits are license points. They are team points. And I'll tell you what. Sorry, mate?
S5 looking for a move. Sorry. I thought S5 was going to make a move on Bopton. He's right up the back of him. Probably DRS assisted if you can get this done through 13 and 14. He just dropped a bit though, so maybe not.
How's he? I'm just going to stay with S5. Give me 1 second, mate. I'll be back right with you.
Yeah, you carry on. I'll follow S5. He's got a good run down his straight, good straight line speed on the car from S5, but just couldn't get close enough in turns 13 and 14. Obviously, Bopton on those hard tyres in front of us. Team Texaco driver. We're on board with Suicide 5, the Old Spice. He's looking left, he's looking right. It's a very tricky part of the track to make a move. Suicide 5 is going to be stuck here. Blue Dog's pitted further back, so must have come in, must have got some damage from that incident at turn 3, causing a few dramas today. Looking at trying to keep an eye on the gaps as well. I think we're all stabilised. Volt's only half a second away from Tab, so Volt's... Oh, here we go, Suicide 5 up the inside. Good move. Bopton gave him space, to be fair. Suicide 5 now released to go and chase his teammate of Chasey Dane. Maybe we'll see some team orders there. We'll see some team orders a couple of laps ago while I was watching with Brad Tay and Rip the Beans. Brad Tay letting his teammate of Rip the Beans through. Back,
I am back, Housey, and I did catch that move by Suicide 5 on replay over Bopton there, and what a pass that was. Yeah, back to live screens now, mate.
Yep, all good. And that was, as he's saying, great move from them. So Volt's actually doing a better job on this restart. He's hanging on to the back of Tab.
He really is, mate.
Doing a very good job. Yeah, he is. Tab's not going to be able to...
Tab's not going to be an easy one to pass.
Nah.
These two are very similar pace. And as you can see, they're just starting again to drop the rest of them ever so slightly, Housey. But I tell you what, Voltsy is hanging on to that DRS zone, but Tab is mighty through Sector 2. Look at that. Look at what he just did there. He just did 0.4 of a second over Volts there, or there and thereabouts. He's just got some downforces, the lad, but let's just see if his straight line speed is up to par here, of course. Yes, the downforce is so super critical, being such a tight, twisted track. You tend to lose it on that mammoth start-finish straight that they're entering right now. And let's just see. Well, Voltsy's got DRS, and let's just see if is he close enough? Is he close enough? No, he is not. He's too far back. He has to live to fight another day. The young fella is doing the right thing. He's got to put that car in all the right places there, Housey. Make it super, super difficult and do it all fair, of course, to keep Volts behind. Because we all know what Voltsy wants. He sees an opportunity. He will take it. You don't give him a second look. And, well, there you go. Rip the Beans is all over the back of Smakinda. And these two are very similar as well. We've got some battles through this one. Beansy is on 7-lap old softs, as you can see there, folks. And Smakinda, well, I'll tell you what, these medium runners, you could easily stretch them to lap, considering we've already had a safety car, lap 22, 23, 24-ish, and then be very rapid towards the end. The game does not let you select, I do believe, a soft medium or a medium soft, but you can do it. It does, well, you'd have to do it manually, but it does work, of course, ladies and gentlemen, as well, we're about to find out. Rip the Beans, oh, he's getting racy. He's getting impatient. He's just going to bite the time. And this is going to be a cracking battle as Tabbed is doing his thing. Look at him, look at him, look at him. 7/10 of a second now to Volts before the detection zone. And there you go. So he's too far back again. He's just slowly stretching that gap as Beans and Smakinda battle resumed. Look at them all trying to break the slipstream, Housey.
Yeah, you got to be so close at coming out of turns 13 and 14.
You do,
I thought Rip the Beans was going to be...
Oh, we've lost Bopton! We've lost Bopton! Oh, Bopton's out! Bopton's out! Bopton's out! Safety car! Oh, Black Moon unlucky. Black Moon unlucky. He's seen that safety car. He was right at the pit lane entry. He was going too quick. He tried to hit the brakes.
Kiwi's going to be in.
And, well, Crazy Kiwi is in. Yep. Is in. And, well, this will be the medium all the way to the end, mate. All the way. If you've got a brand new set of mediums, yes, there you are. And that is the medium all the way to the end. The Kiwi man knows. And that is it. So we're going to see a lot of action in the pit lane. And I'll tell you what, mate. This does hamper the medium runners up the front there, mate. The ones that have not yet stopped, it is going to hurt a little bit because they're in no man's land. They put the soft on. The soft won't make it to the end. You put the hard on. The hard takes 4 or 5 laps to warm up. And you just don't have the pace. So I dare say we're going to see the medium runners stay out. And that safety car was really at the wrong time for them.
Yeah, unfortunate. That is racing though. So as you said earlier, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Unfortunately, Tab's in. Tab's going for it. Volt stays out.
Well, Tab, this will be a hard compound. It'd have to be. He did start on the medium, did the young fella. And yeah, he's going the hard compound. He's going the hard compound. Wow. So he will be running towards the end, and he's in no man's land, this pit stop. And Tabbed is taking a punt. Tabbed is taking a punt. He's trusting his outright pace to get him through this one, of course, here, Housey. We are under safety car conditions, the second safety car of this Grand Prix, of course. That is to be expected here at Zandvoort. We have got another new follower. Gian Fry, F133, I think I've said that right. Welcome to the stream. Follower number 222. 2 for 22. Big shout out to the late great Richie Benno. Yes, 222. And you're a follower. That is your follower number. Congratulations and welcome to Formula 4 Racing. This is the Aussie division. Round 3, Season 3, Zandvoort. And yes, safety car.
I'll tell you what. I was making some noises in the background there. Smakinda and Rip the Beans nearly crashing on pit entry. They were racing into the pit lane.
Well, Smakinda, I mean, these boys, they don't give an inch. They don't like to give an inch, and they're super competitive. And where one sort of is lacking in pit lane speed, of course, the other one will make up for it by trying to get the sneaky pass. I mean, of course, yes. I mean, nothing intentional, but they're super competitive.
Unless it was, I mean, I only caught the last minute of it. I don't know whether there was a move by Beans and he was letting Smakinda back by in the pit road, but I'm not quite sure.
Maybe. I don't know. We are under full course yellow, of course. Obviously, 0 overtaking. But then again, the game, if you do go off track, the game will allow the car behind to pass. And yeah, first time chatter, Gian Fry, F133. Hello. Welcome. Yes, safety car. Well, I'll tell you what, mate. The top 5 are going to be hurting. Even Darkness is sort of in a little bit of no man's land there. In 9-lap-old mediums here, Housey. It is tough when there's a safety car mid-Grand Prix. Starting on the mediums here, like I said, it does throw you in no man's land because you have to make the hard compound work. Where the hard compound is definitely not the tyre by choice around this particular circuit. These boys will know it. They are not no novices. They're all experienced Grand Prix racers. And, well, they will need to put some energy into that hard compound. Of course, 2.5, the longevity of that misfortunate spin, or whatever happened to him, we did miss it, but he did put that hard compound on very early doors. They will quite comfortably go to the end. But like I said, he has got Tab behind him, another hard runner, so there's a bit of saving grace. But the bad news is he's on fresh hards, whereas 2.5s are probably about a third of the way through their lifespan. Smakinda there on the soft, so Smakinda is ready to pounce. Look at him. He can see Tabbed in front of him on the hard compound, and he says, "You're as good as mine, young fella." Rip the Beans in P10, and safety car is in this lap. We're going to stay with Bozza, because where is the leader? Volty Boy is in the lead. We're going to stay with Bozza. We don't like to give the boys any inkling on when they go. It's only fair to the group, of course. The safety car will be in this lap. Volty's hugging it. So, well, he's let it go now. He's let it go ever so slightly now. You cannot pass that safety car until it's past the pit lane line, of course. And, I tell you what, he's going to slow right up. So, Bolt, he's going to have to do this restart. I reckon he's a sitting duck. I reckon he might be a sitting duck. He's got to catch Bozza. Oh, he did. Bozza was sleeping. Bozza was sleeping. He got done by Macedonian. Macedonian has to lift because it was before the start-finish line. Bozza got caught sleeping. Masso does not miss an opportunity very often. And he nearly took it away from him there, Housey. Woohoo!
Suicide 5 making a place on Chasey further back for P11. Johnny M4 passing Black Moon for P13. A few places getting swapped around towards the back of the grid. I'm just trying to keep an eye on it, make sure the restart was clean enough, which it seems to be. So it's game on!
Game on! As Black Moon behind Johnny M4 there, mate. Just 0.2 of a second. He's got to tuck in a little bit. Johnny M4 should start to make his way through, of course, for at least the next 7 laps or so, Housey, while those softs are at optimum grip. Where is Tabbed? He's still stuck behind 2.5. Look who's behind him. Rip the beans. Now, I tell you what, Housey, it's going to come time very, very close. Oh, no! No! Let's darkness abyss out, wowee!
Oh my goodness, how didn't he collect anyone else on the way as well? That was team orders as well.
That was team orders and they touched!
That was him getting out of the way.
Oh, Xerxes won't be happy! Xerxes won't be happy! 2 Capris touching! And, well, there you go. I'm going to turn those notifications off because they're starting to do my head in. But anyway, I apologise for that, folks. That will be fixed next week. But there you go. Smakinda down at the very back. VSC, folks. VSC. And, how's he?
That is controversial. That is, I tell you, I got a brilliant helicam from it, or of it, on my video. That was, yeah, a misjudgment there. I'm sure there'll be some spaghetti throwing in the team garages later.
But it looks like some boys from another league are looking for some free advertisements. So a bit of a shout out to those boys. But anyway, we'll turn those notifications off next week and we'll fix all that up. So, well, we're under green conditions, folks. And Boltsy has got Bozza to contend with. Bozza's had a great start as Macedonian in P3. Same with him. Let's just remind everybody, and Rare Cell too, they're all doing it. They're all funny buggers this lot. And absolutely brilliant. Whitey's another one as well.
Bean's looking close then. He's up behind Tabbed at the moment. Keep your eye on that one, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Look at that. P3, P4, P5. Up 10 places, Housey. Biggest loser of the bunch is Smakinda. Unfortunately down 14, folks. And that is where it is at. So far, so good. Clean skins, Housey. But you know what? We are commentators. And I just hope I haven't put the moz on them by that. But so far, so good from the boys. Whoa! Whoa!
Tabbed's out. That's him done.
I just caught the end of that. What has happened there?
Oh, I've got it all. Rip the Beans going for a move. On Tabbed was obviously the car in the lead, defending the inside line. Beans going around the outside, and then on the exit of turn 1, they come together. Front right of Beans versus the rear left of Tabbed. Put Tabbed into a spin across the front of Beans. Beans just ploughed him into the wall, obviously. I mean, stuck on the front of his car. Couldn't do anything about it at that point, but Tabbed hitting the barrier, wheel on, wheel off job. So that's the end of Tabbed.
Yeah, Beans has got no nose whatsoever, mate. So there has been some untoward shenanigans going out there between those two. I'm sure if there was anything, anything untoward, there you go. As you can see on the stream, Tabbed not happy. And rightly so too. I mean, get your incidents in there, young fella. And the stewards will take care of it, of course. But there you go.
Third safety car. Is that third safety car? Third? Am I counting right? Or is that 4? Third, isn't it? Third safety car. So a few of the boys ducking in then. We've got, who's in? We're just trying to work this out. Volts, Bean, Bozza, Stig. Johnny on 4, Beans, Crazy Kiwi, Blue Dog, Smakinda, all in.
To be honest with you, mate, 2.5 has missed the punch here. 2.5 has missed the punch. He's decided to stay out on the 16-lap-old hards. He's going to be leading the pack, and he should have got rid of that. In my opinion, my humble opinion, he should have got rid of that hard compound when the safety car came out, mate. It would have been damage limitations, probably would have bounced him out roughly around about Macedonian's area, and it would have been a race to the flag from that point on. But he's going to chance his arm, is the 2-5 man, and currently leading this one as, yes, poor tabbed. Of course, yes, poor tabbed. That was unfortunate. I'm sure there will be a report regarding incidents, and the stewards here are very, very good. We don't harp on that on the stream, of course. Yes, it is all about the racing. We call it as we see it. And there you go.
Yeah,
we are looking at a safety car.
That is our job in the box, just to call what we see. Not trying to be down on anybody or up for anyone either. We're just trying to call exactly.
No favourites here in the commentary box, Housey. We could not care.
No, I do have a favourite.
Well, you've got your boy and Denge.
Sat to my left. Sat to my left. There's a bloke called Subi Skates. I don't know if you've heard
Oh,
of him.
don't blow smoke up at
there
now.
we go, love.
Well, as I did touch on, I think I put the moz on it because Johnny M4's just copped a 5-second time penalty. And well, he's the only one out there, but so far so good from the rest of them. And that's to be expected. Look, Johnny M4, I do know, he's been away on holidays. Yes, the festive period is well and truly over, but Johnny M4 just coming back to reality here, has he? He's just come back from holidays, and he just turned on his PlayStation probably about maybe 4 hours before we went live today. He finds himself currently in P11, and well, doing a good job for his first race back with very little practice. Expect to see him fire up throughout this season, because I know he doesn't want another season like the last one, where he did struggle a little bit in race trim. But yes, 2-5 leading this one, 17 lap old hards. The field is caught up. I dare say the safety car will be in at the end of this lap here, how's I, as Suicide 5, look at the man, Mr. Altitude, woohoo, P3. Oh, shit.
Well, what did I say?
Casey Dane, P4, Black Moon, P5. Oh, and they've got Voltsy behind them, the fresh softs, the first of the fresh softs in P6.
Yeah, obviously P6 down to P13, all on the soft, so those boys are going to be quick. Obviously P1, 2, 3 and 4, P and 2, 5, Brad Tate, Suicide 5, Chasey Dana are going to have to be looking in their mirrors. Quick sharp on this restart. Safety car is going to be in this lap then, so we're going to get this race underway again for the 4th, 5th time, whatever it is now, 6th time, 7th time if you include the lobby restart.
Oh, don't include, no, you can't live in the past like that. No, new lobby, 3rd restart, no, you can't do that, House. Come on, son.
All right, okay, regroup then, here we go then. So, regroup, here we go. It's going to be the hard shot tyre of 2-5 leading us away.
There you go. He's sort of caught Brad Tay a little bit off guard there, mate. Brad Tay was shadowing, but look at that. Safety car's gone. Oh, 2-5 went way too early. 2-5 went way too early. Oh, no. He's hampered. The Suicide 5 comes through. Wowee. 2-5 mucked up that restart. Absolutely royally mucked it. He overtook the safety car before the thingo and realised, lifted, and then it allowed Suicide 5 to come back into the fold. Finds himself, well, there you go, Brad. Whoa, wowee. He's been swamped trying to give the position back, and he's had to let Volts through as well. Volts is seizing opportunities here, Housey. Absolutely seizing his opportunity. As what happened to bring out the safety car? Well, there was an incident between Tabbed and Rip the Beans, and well, that's what happened, mate. We do not harp on incidents, but that's what happened. That's the reason, and we push on. But yes, Suicide 5, P4, Chasing Name, P5, Macedonian in 6th place on fresh rubber. They're going to comfortably go to the end here, mate. This is a run to the flag, doesn't matter where they're at now. The only one who will be struggling will be 2-5, but he's keeping pace. Brad Tay, a bit of a cork in the bottle. He's doing 2-5 a solid at the moment, but I dare say Voltsy, he's just got it back. 2-5, excuse me, Voltsy just got by Brad Tay, and now he's on the hunt. He's on the hunt for 2-5's rear wing. And you can see the gap there, folks. We've got a helling shot as, well, Voltsy starting to stretch his legs. Where is Macedonian? On Chasey Dane on the inside. And what a move from the Masso man. Up into 5th position. Suicide 5 in P4. Well, he's come alive as Suicide 5. And that is brilliant to see from this pot 4 driver. As we've flicked back down to Fury Strat. He's looking at Black Moon, Cat F1. And this is looking at the back of the Cadbury F1 racer. And, well, Fury, he's no slouch. 7-lap-old mediums, Housey, for Mr. Black Moon. And Fury is on fresh rubber, as you can see there at home, folks. Bozza is all over the back of Chasey Dane. We might see team orders. We might see team orders. And Bozza with a tank slapper. But yes, with that soft compound, makes it work around the outside of, there you go, Mr. Chasey. And now he can set his sights on Suicide 5, get the boss man. Let's go back up to Masso because he's starting to reel in Brad Tate.
He just passed, yeah, he just passed Suicide 5 on this lap. So Macedonia up into 4th. We've got Old Spices in 5th, 6th and 7th. So we might see some team orders going on there in a minute. Stig gets past Black Moon. Black Moon gets back past the Stig.
I've got a good look at this, Housey. We have got a good look at this. Suicide 5 is, this is no team orders. He's taken the defensive line. This is not team orders. Suicide 5 ain't giving an inch. They're not giving an inch. Oh, he's held it. Wowee, they've just touched. I tell you what, Old Spice, you want to pull your heads in because you boys are teammates, and that'll be the last thing you want. Of course, Macedonian in P4. He's chasing Brad Tate. He's caught right up to Brad Tate. Brad Tate on 8 lap old mediums there, folks. 2.5 is, well, there you go. He's been passed by Volts. And there you go. Oh, Ewan Short, number 5. Well, my prediction, of course, is Voltsy Boy to take this one out. He's in a prime spot right about now there, mate. A little bit late. I did see your message late. I do apologise, mate. We are on, wowee. It's almost driver of the daytime, Housey. Just remind me in a couple of minutes' time, please.
Yeah, we'll do. Beans then close to the back of Black Moon over P10. Unfortunately, Stig had to pit that lap. So must have had a little bit of contact somewhere along the line. So Stig back down to P15 now, unfortunately. And those two are side by side near enough again. Blue Dog and the Stig, 14th and 15th. Blue Dog's had a bit of a shocker in this one as well. Johnny M4 still the only guy with a penalty at the moment. So 2.5 holding on quite well at the front, actually. That's surprising me.
Well,
here goes Beans on Black Moon.
Macedonian just gets by Brad Tate. Now, there you go. Now I think 2.5 will be watching his mirrors right about now, mate. Because you'll start to see Macedonian reel him in. And very, very quickly, I reckon. Maybe not right about now, but you'll see as this track gets windier and twistier, that telemetry starts to drop. He's already done 2/10 in the first couple of corners, mate. So I dare say it's going to drop very quickly. 2.5 is doing his best to hang on to that DRS zone of young Voltsy there. But, well, he's on that hard compound there, House. We all know what they're like. Mr. Fury Strat is looking at the back of Suicide 5, who is on 11 lap old mediums there, Housey. He's going to try to make him stretch. He's going to try to make him stretch a little bit out of position with the tyre Strat, of course. Macedonian's out! Macedonian's out!
No. Where is his car? There we go. Entry of turn 10.
Wow.
Must have had a massive slapper. Must have had a massive tank slapper.
Well,
he got pushed there, but
VSC.
massive tank slapper out of 9. He's crashed going into 10, so we've now lost Macedonia, Tab, Darkness, Bopton and Milligains from this race. We've got what, 14 runners left, is that? Yeah, no, 15 runners left. 14 runners left. Can't count. It's all going off. So, virtual safety car, as you say, Fury Strat and Suicide 5 pretty close when this gets going again. There we go. Takes the flag then, lap 27 of 36.
Oh, that's a great time there, Housey. I'm going to stay with the, well, we're going to stay with, I'm going to stay with Bozza. Bozza is all over the back of Brad Tate. I'll put the driver of the day poll in the chat.
Okay, let's have a quick look then while we're under here. Just to try and give you a heads up. So, Volts up 4 positions, Brad Tate up 6, Suicide 5 up 7, Fury up 8. They're the biggest movers so far. Black Moon also up 6 places, Johnny M4 up 6 places. I mean, it's anyone's guess for a driver of the day here, to be honest. It's been a little bit stop-start as this one. DRS is enabled and we're back racing. So, Bozza then we're on board with P4 at the moment. He's got his teammate in Suicide 5 behind him, playing rear gunner, trying to defend from the cat driver and Fury Strat. So we've got Brad Tate in front of us. Very good racer is Brad Tate. Doing a cracking job up in P3. It's softs versus mediums here though. Bozza, you can see. Chasey Dane now up into 5th. Where did they come from? So we've got 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all the Old Spice in a line. Here we go then, we're on board with Bozza, making a move on Brad Tate on the main straight, down into turn 1. Easy DRS assisted move. Brad Tate doesn't fight it at all. Knows he's a sitting duck really, so we've got a big gap now, up to 2.5 in P2. Bozza's got what, sort of 8 laps to see if he can catch it. He's got 3.4 seconds to catch up, so keep your eyes on that, ladies and gentlemen. See whether he can catch it. But this battle that interests me, to be fair, is the Old Spice drivers in 5th, 6th and 7th now. See whether they'll trip over each other. Cat's not doing too bad a job either. Cat's in 4th, 8th and 9th currently. It's Brad Tay the furthest along. Beans and Fury in 8th and 9th. Another teammate of Blue Dog down in 13th.
Well, we are back, Housey. The driver of the day poll has gone out in the Twitch chat. Get your votes in, folks. That'll determine our driver of the day. The 5 drivers are Bolts, Fury, Chasey, Brad Tay and Bozza. I could have put half the field in there, mate. Could have put half the field in there. But that was very difficult to choose those 5. Get your votes in, folks. It will determine the driver of the day. And, well, there you go. That's how we do it here. The game gives one, we give one, and now one rings. And there you go. Suicide 5. What an exit. He's got Fury all for company, but he's trying to break that toe. He's gone defensive. He's looking at Beansy here, mate. Suicide 5 on 14 lap old mediums. You know what's in his favour here is that the softs are on 7 laps, and the guys who boxed at that second last safety car are on 7 lap old softs. The purchase out of them, the prime purchase is kind of gone here, mate. And that's going to help Suicide 5, but he's creeping into danger no grip territory very, very shortly. They will comfortably go to the end. They just don't have that purchase at the very end, of course. Let's just see what Crazy Kiwi's doing. Having a look at Black Moon is the Rothman's boy. And, well, there you go. As you touched on ever so brilliantly there, Housey. The Old Spice, 4 in the top 10. Yep. Pat F1, 3 in the top 10. Padbury with 2, and, of course, Rothman's 1.
Yep, they were all side by side as well at one point there, those Old Spice, all in a big long line. Kind of sorting it out a bit now. Obviously Suicide 5's just struggling a little bit. Fury still all over the back of him. Maybe a move this time. But as I said earlier, you've got to be so close coming out of this turn 13, 14. Even with DRS. It's hard to get the job done. Suicide 5 trying to break the toe. Fury's coming quick.
He's coming quick, but there you go. Suicide 5 ain't giving him an inch, but that is the soft compound. He's going to hang on the outside. He's Suicide 5. Oh, no, he's lifted. He's lifted. He's lifted. He's been had. And, oh, wowee. Suicide 5 nearly missed his braking zone into the back of Fury. Nearly. Just avoided him. And he'll have to regroup, mate, because he's got Black Moon breathing down his clacker. And he'll have to keep his head about him, Wolverland. Rip the Beans in P6. He's trying to catch on the back of Smakinda. As you can see, Chasey doing a fantastic job in P7 from this pot 4 driver, mixing it up there. As well as Brad Tay, to be fair. Brad Tay, these two boys, in my opinion, are in for a real hot shout of DOTD. And, well, there you go. Rip the Beans is very, ever so slightly catching Smakinda. But I don't think so. They're on the same lap tyres, very similar pace. And, well, this is going to be a very, very close battle towards the very end, Housey. Crazy Kiwi probably just biding his time a little bit, waiting for the DRS zone to become active. And, well, that will be him getting by Black Moon. But Black Moon has got Suicide 5 to tag onto for a DRS zone deployment buffer. And he's within that 1 second, of course, there, Housey. And they are all hanging on to it, as we can see in the distance. Suicide 5 going a little bit wide there, mate. It's cost him a little bit of time. Fury is not really dropping him, so I reckon the soft runners right about now, mate, will be thinking, shit, it's going to be difficult to keep this pace towards the very end, mate. And driver of the day for you guys so far, well, it will be between, in my opinion, Brad Tay and Chasey Dane. Those two have done a stellar job, in my opinion, from their pot pace. They're Suicide, Brad Tay and Chasey are both pot 4 drivers. They find themselves in P4 and P7 respectively. And yeah, that is where they're at. That is my opinion. And then again,
Fury's got, sorry, just cut you off there. Fury's got past Suicide 5 now, so he's off in chase of Suicide 5's teammate, the man we're talking about there, Chasey Dave. He's got 5 laps to get this job done. So there might be a change there, I think. It's going to be, depends on how these softs go for Fury. Get his head down, he's got a chance.
Can Brad Tay hang on to this 4th position, Housey? Can he do it?
Yeah.
That's the question. That is the $1 million question. He's got Smakinda and Rip the Beans right behind him, mate. But he's doing a great job. He's putting the car in all those right places. As well, championship is no. After stewarding, mate. Yeah, we can't do guesstimates. Well, the championship from last week, we can give you but not current standing positions. Of course, there still has to be stewarding to be played out too. Might change the running order, of course, but you'll find out the championship order after this week. At the start of next week, of course, we'll present that on the stream. Actually, you know what? Here's our Twitter, and you can catch them when they are released, because they definitely do get updated through the Twitter, and that is it there. So get yourself on board with the Twitter, and you can stay up to date with everything that happens in the league that way, of course, if you are very much interested.
Beans is going to be looking for a move on Smakinda. Smakinda going to be looking for a move on Bradtay here, down a start-finish straight. It's a three-way battle for fourth. Smakinda looking for it up the inside. Gets it done. Bradtay cutting back. He's got his teammate of Rick the Beans behind him now. Will he move out of the way? I'm not sure. Yeah, he does. Brilliant driving from Bradtay. Very, very respectful from the lad there. Just goes to show.
Oh, when we just seen team orders, mate. We just seen team orders.
Yeah, Bradtay doing the team game. Very good of him.
We've lost the Stig. Have we lost the Stig? We've lost the Stig.
No,
It just said he's left the session.
Oh, okay. Well, his car's still here.
Oh, I've got to get him an invite. I've got to get him an invite. Give me 1 second, folks.
So Beans now all over the back of Smakinda. Second DRS zone. He's looking for the move. No, you can't see it on the screen at the moment.
Mate, this game it's so buckled. That's so buckled. Oh, how entertaining, Stig. They won't even let me move on the menu. Holy shit. Sorry, Stig, I can't do anything. Maybe Housey can try to flick you one.
Yeah,
but,
let me have a try.
Have a crack, mate. I couldn't move off the clause menu. But we're looking at Rip the Beans. Rip the Beans on Smakinda. Is he going to get it done? No, he's not. Oh, they've touched. They've touched. Bit of wheel banging there, but it's all fair. It's all fair. So far, so good. Well, let's just see. They are both on 12 lap bolt softs. They both will be struggling. And Rip the Beans, what a move. What a move from the young one. And, well, Beansy finds himself up into 4th position. That was a quality move there, Housey, from Rip the Beans. TRL Bozza in 3rd. Hanging on the back. And I'll tell you what, 2-5 is doing a job. He's doing a job. He's outlasted that, well, that magic number. The softs are on 12 lap bolts. He's safe. I don't reckon Bozza's going to catch him now. No chance in hell. 2-5 will, should, and probably could secure this 2nd place. He's just got to keep doing what he's doing. Bozza ain't catching anymore. Those soft runners is as you were. So Bradtay should have enough to stay in front of Mr. Fury Strat, because Mr. Fury Strat, same deal. 12 lap old softs, 0 purchase on them bad boys. As Bradtay on 17 lap old mediums, they're still good for another 4-5 laps around here, folks. And well, Bradtay, the longevity of them should be good. But as I speak of that, Fury just turned up the wig a little bit. As Housey, I did see you've just flicked him an invite, and he has joined.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, his AI did pit his car, so unfortunately, it is curtains for Stig in terms of positions, but at least he can finish the race and get his points that he will get for 14th. But yeah, the AI pitting his car, as sometimes does, unfortunately for him. So, penultimate lap time. I mean, this is about still absolutely neck and neck between Chasey and Bradtay in the driver of the day vote at the moment.
It really is, mate. It really is. And of course, if there is a tie, we do decide it here in the commentary box between myself and the good man, the stat man himself, Mr. Housey. But yes, that is a topic for a later date. Yes, Chasey Dane has got his teammate behind him, Suicide 5. And Suicide 5 will not catch up. Of course, he's on 20 lap old mediums. Have a look at that, 8, 9 and 10. Roughly there and thereabouts. They tried to make the best of their opportunity. But the biggest winner out of the bunch, of course, the one who had the incident, or the unfortunate incident on that early doors, was 2-5. He opted the hard compound purely for the longevity, and it's kind of worked in his favour. He's sitting 2nd at the moment, and Bozza ain't catching.
Ooh.
We are on the last lap of the Grand Prix.
Fury's just gone past Bradtay. Bradtay didn't really fight it. I'm not sure if it was team orders there or not. Caught it a bit late, but Bradtay giving way to his teammate. So Bradtay down to 7th now. The 2 driver of the day people, 7th and 8th now. Bradtay and Chasey, P7, P8.
And it has been a tie, so we will determine the driver of the day after this race, folks. It is a tie.
And it is a tie with everything as well. Brad Tay up 2 positions, Chasey up 2
Yeah, I
positions,
know,
both
mate.
pot 4 drivers.
Yeah, I know.
So this is going to be a discussion for us we're going to have afterwards, but we will get to that. We'll worry about that after the race.
Well, here we go.
Let's just get this one over the
Voltsy
line.
boy, Rothman's racing, folks. P1 for this lad. Great drive, Voltsy. Yes, he will take the checker flag. He will take the victory. And he's making a habit of this one here, Housey. Congratulations, Volts, on winning here at Zandvoort. P2, what a drive from 2.5. The Mamba is back. And the Bosman, wow, what a difference a week makes. Bozza in P3. Rip the Beans, P4, Smakinda. Wow, what a fight back from the Smackman in P5. P6 from Fury. P7 from Brad Tay. P8, Chasey Dane. P9, Suicide 5. P10, Black Moon. Crazy Kiwi will take P11. Blue Dog will get that P12. Johnny M4 should hang on to that P13 and the Stig. The Stig will round out in 14th place, folks.
Johnny M4 has got 5 seconds worth of penalties though, so...
Oh, it's close.
He's going to keep it.
Yeah, I see, he's 17 seconds behind. He's got it by miles. Yeah. By miles.
Just wait for the Stig then, unfortunately, as I said. With his AI pitting, it's just that bit further behind.
And welcome back to Stig and Johnny M4 for their first week back racing after the break. And while that is the first one out of the way, it's usually the toughest one, mate. And while looking to see them hit their form yet again, of course, is what they did last season. The game's given it to Fury, but we have not. It will be between Chasey Dane and Brad Tay, of course. But there you go. Well, two fives a pot one driver, pot 2 driver. He qualified high up the grid. Yeah, not really. I mean, it was a steady drive, but for what a pot 4 did at the back to come up that high. I mean, if those pot 4 drivers weren't there and thereabouts, different story. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, the Volts takes the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 1 minute 12.240. As we'll wait for these to flick all the way through. There you go, Johnny M4 only with 5 seconds, which is great to see. Drained that one in so far, so good. As we'll flick all the way down to the bottom. And they are the unclassified drivers, Macedonian, Tabbed, Darkness, Bopton, and Nelly Gaines. We're going to go on a brief pause here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get the drivers in for an interview. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, folks, we are back, and yes, you've guessed it. We've got the top 3 in for the driver interview, of course, and we might as well start off with the third place man. Now, across the line in third, whether he keeps it or not is a different story. Started on the wrong tyre, did you not, there, Bozza? But nevertheless, we're not going to take anything away from you just yet. That was a phenomenal drive by you, mate, and managed to avoid some of that unfortunate stuff that happened in front of you. And, mate, what a difference a week's make. Some weeks you're lucky, some weeks you're not, and that was a great drive. Congratulations on a great third position, Boz. Well done, mate.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Yeah, incidents happened in front of me, and I just made a split-second decision, and sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't.
Yep.
Especially on that last restart with Masso getting past me as I got caught up behind Black Moon. But overall, I started on the mediums, so I did start on the right tyre, I can confirm.
Oh, you did?
You did? I made sure of that.
Okay, we'll have to check that. Sorry, I was only going off by the stat man next to me. But, well, we all make mistakes.
But yeah, just trying to hunt down 2.5 at the end there. I was, 2 tenths quicker here, a tenth quicker there, and just at the end of the day, I tried to get in within DRS within the last 2 laps, and it just didn't happen as the tyres fell away.
Yeah.
But overall, pretty happy with P3, especially after the last week or so.
Well, Boz, mate, your championship now is starting to fire up, mate. Get fired up, the Boz, man. We know you've got some pace. Now you've got your podium, and let's just build on this momentum, Bozza. Of course, we all know what you can do out there on track. And, next week, where are we? We are at France, Paul Ricard, the test track, Boz. And I'm sure you will do well there, mate. But nevertheless, that was a great drive. It was good to see you battling, mate, and doing your thing, keeping your nose clean. And a big shout out to all the drivers. The majority of them, well, there was no track penalties. There's only one for speeding in the pit lane, and that's, well, I mean, that's to talk for another day. There was no track limit penalties. Big congratulations to the group, of course. But Boz, third place, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
Cheers, boys. I just want to say a massive, massive shout out to Fury. Starting P14 and coming back to finish in the top 6. That's a massive, massive achievement.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's great watching when the pot ones are out of position a little bit and what they've got to do to fight back. So it was to be expected, him fighting through. The pot ones aren't pot ones for no reason. And, it was another great drive by the Fury man. But yes, he didn't win the driver of the day this week, though, Boz. His name was in there, but he did not win it. So, well, there you go. We've given that one to Brad Tay because it was a tie between Brad Tay and Chasey Dane, being pot 4s and where they ended up. Sort of a bit of a shout out to them. But anyway, nevertheless, congratulations, third place, Boz. We'll move on to our second place man, and that would be Rip the Bean. Oh, no, it's not. Wait, 2.5. I got confused. I was reading names on the screen. I apologise, mate. 2.5, the Mamba, back on the podium. I'll tell you what, mate, welcome back to the commentary box. Well, second place, mate, that unfortunate incident that happened in front of you that you were, I don't know if you spun on your own there. Just talk us through that first, mate. Because we missed it on stream and don't know what happened to you out there at that very early doors of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, just hit the curb coming into it and, just lost control. It's just all the curbs around here, you touch them and you'll spin.
Yep.
And, but yeah, no, it was a good drive, got onto the hards and I just thought, just going to have to go all the way to the end. And with the safety cars, got pretty lucky with the timing of those and the medium runners staying out under the safety car and stuff like I think it was the second last safety car staying out and not pitting. So I knew that I was in a pretty good spot after that and that I'd just have to just run into the end. And I seen all the soft runners coming up and I was just...
How'd you get your sweat on after that though, mate? I'm sure you would have felt them breathing down your neck at one point, but I'm sure in the back of your mind, you must have known you've just got to get to like them being on 10, 11 lap olds on those softs and you've just got to maintain that margin because there's no way once they got to that point they were going to close in regardless if you were on 29, 30 lap old hards. It was just sort of an evening out effect from that point on. I'll tell you what, Mamba, P2 from where you were after the first opening few. What a drive. Congratulations on a great drive, P2. And that is a great chunk of points heading your way. And to get your championship finally on the right step and ride that momentum wave. Congratulations, mate.
No worries. Thanks, boys, and congratulations to Bolts on the race win.
Yes. As we'll get to that in a second because he's here. Well, the flying Kiwi, as he once used to like to be called, is the Voltsy boy. This guy, back-to-back wins, mate. Back-to-back wins. He took out Russia. He's just taken out Zandvoort. And I speak of none other than Voltsy boy. Congratulations, mate. What a drive. And, well, there's some phenomenal battles out there throughout the grid. You and Smakinda, you and Bolts, and you and Bozza, and, oh, mate, it was fantastic. At the end of the day, you kept your head, you put your head down, you did what you had to do, and you got the victory, mate. Congratulations.
Yeah, cheers, Scott. Yeah, it was a good race. I got a bit pissed off with myself during qualifying. I was about 6 tenths up.
Yep.
Going to the final corner, so I don't know if it would have been pole, but it would have been pretty close, and then out of position for the race up, and then played the strategy, I think, as well as I could have with the safety cars staying out. After I saw Tab pit for Haas, I knew that was realistically his race over, and then I just needed to manage the gap to Boz and whatnot. So after that, I was just kind of in cruise mode, just trying to not pick up any penalties and not, hit any of the curbs.
Well, that's exactly right, especially with being a safety car. Well, sort of towards the end there, it would have hurt anybody that had track limit penalties. And fantastic enough at this track, the whole group did not have any. It's a very, very, track limit conscious, isn't it, this one here? Being such a tight, twisty track, very easy to get it wrong. But it was a great Grand Prix. And I tell you what, Voltsy, as you're well aware, and as all the drivers and most of the fans are probably aware, we do give away real-life trophies for the champion of each division. Now, I tell you what, mate, you couldn't have got your season campaign off to a better start. Yes, you missed the first one, but since you've come back, you've gone whackety whack, whack, whack. Look at me, boys. First place, Russia. First place, Netherlands. Congratulations, mate. Awesome, awesome drive. Well done.
Cheers, Skate. Cheers, boys. Good call tonight.
Cheers, mate. There you go, folks. As Brad Tay joined us. How's he?
Yeah, think so.
He has! Woohoo! We'll go to our driver of the day. The first time we get to speak to him in the commentary box this season. It was a bit of a habit we were speaking to him yesteryear, though, how's he? I speak of none other than the man himself, Mr. Inconspicuous, as he once was known, is Brad Tay. Brad Tay, mate, what a drive, mate. Congratulations on plucking your way through the field, taking your opportunities where they lie, and a solid, what was it, 6th in the end there, Housey? 6th?
Yep.
Solid 6th place. Solid 6th place there, Brad Tay. Well done, mate.
Thank you. I don't mind Zandvoort, so...
Yeah, you look like you had the pace. You look like you're a lot more comfortable out there, Brad Tay, and it looked like we saw the Brad Tay of old. And I wonder if that Brad Tay of old's juices are starting to tickle a little bit. Getting a driver interview, mate. We need to see you back up there, Brad Tay. And we have full faith, but what a drive from you. Nevertheless, a pot 4 driver, starting from where you did to find yourself at the end of the Grand Prix in 6th position. No one can take that away from you, mate. And that is a phenomenal drive. Congratulations to you, man. Well done.
Thanks, man.
Great fun. Very, very good. So, well, Brad Tay seems a little bit flat there, Brad. Come on, Brad. That's a good result. Fire up, mate.
Oh, look. It's like 40 degrees.
Yeah, I know, mate. I'm feeling it too.
Absolute sauna.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're suffering from, well, the heat in summer down here in Oz. The boys usually do sweat it out in TT, but they're sweating it out in race conditions too. Because at 7 p.m. when we went, well, 7:30 p.m. when we went live, it was still 32 degrees Celsius here in Melbourne. And, well, the boys were sweating big time. And, well, I did let them know to make sure they had their fans and air cons on, because it does get sweaty at the best of times.
At the other end of the house, that's the problem.
It's always the way with gaming rooms. Either the missus doesn't want to know about it, or whatever it might be. But anyway, we'll push on there, Brad Tay. No use getting in personal issues right about now. But what a great drive, mate. What a great drive from the whole field there, Housey. And well, starting to see these boys hit their straps yet again. And well, after a relatively long break over Christmas, about 3 weeks off there, mate. So this is being the 3rd week back. A lot better from the lads. Week 2 was good. Week 3, even better. So it is starting to build that momentum. So Housey, have I missed out on anything, mate?
No, I don't think so. Obviously, just a shout out to the close Tracy Dane for the driver of the day call. It was a close call. Tracy doing a great job, obviously, today as well. So props to Chasey. I'd just like to publicly apologise to Bozza, because that was my call in your ear saying I think he got the tyre wrong. That was my fault. I was looking at completely the wrong screen. So apologies to Bozza, apologies to yourself, apologies to
No,
the
mate, we
viewers
all make
listening
mistakes.
in.
We're all
That was
human.
my fault.
We're all
I'll take
human.
100% responsibility. So great race from Bozza then. Great race from the top three in general, and as you said, this championship firing up.
It really, really is. And I tell you what, House, it's probably a good place to end this one. But let's not forget about the European division or the UK division, whichever way you want to call it. I like to call it the European division. They are coming up about 9-10 hours after this one. And that is at 7 a.m. Australian time or 8 p.m. GMT Monday. This will be 7 a.m. Tuesday for us boys here in Oz. But yes, 8 p.m. GMT. You can catch the European boys strut their stuff on this very track. And if that's another champion, that's another championship that's firing up really as well, Housey. I will be your host for that one. The man next to me, Housey, will be my co-commentator. We'll be there doing our thing yet again, and we do hope you can join us, folks. But I tell you what, for us, from us, for now, bye.